Good morning, everybody. This is my first mic drop barbecue on StreamYard. If you can hear me out there, let me know if it's coming in clear. Let me know stuff like that. I got my recline and decline all day on right now. This is how we gonna do it today. Let me aim this down some a little bit. There we go. Recline and decline all day. So hopefully everybody's out there having a great 14th. I just finished with my private ride. I came in. I wanted to make sure that I got everything out the way. So I cruised in, said I'm going to do a live stream. This is going to be really short. It's not going to be a long live stream this morning. I want to at least get everybody situated for the day. A lot of surge out there, surging like crazy right now in Phoenix. I was driving, but the surge is about the same. What up, Doughboy? What's good? Hey, it works. My StreamYard works. This is the first time I'm using StreamYard, man. I appreciate y'all. So what up, Michael? What's up? What's up? And hopefully, man, everybody out there is ready to protest the right way. I have my app turned on. Man, hey, Jamil, you already know it, brother. You already know it. Hey, what up, Eric? I had my app turned on. I was cruising home with Uber and Lyft on, just letting rides go through. I wouldn't even decline them. I was just letting them go through. And it's like, it was the most surge I got coming home was like $3.50. That was it. And that's normal for a day like this. It's normal. But yesterday, what up, Bubba Sue? Yesterday, it was like surging like crazy everywhere, all over Phoenix. It was surging. And I'm like, it's never like that. Not on, I think it was Tuesday. I'm like, it's never like this. They see us coming. They want to pretend that all the money's good, that they've been paying us the whole time. And this is my thing. If they can do this arbitrarily, throwing surge out on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, why haven't they done this the whole time? If they've got the money to do this, why haven't they done it the whole time? They had to wait to see what we were going to do, what moves we were going to make. Now they want to play chess now. They want to act like, oh, we pay the drivers. We do this all the time. Not true. They don't do this all the time. They see us coming. What up, Connie? What's good? So Uber's buying shares back. Right now, Uber's buying shares back. Yesterday, I heard Lyft was up to $18. They started at 12, was up to 18 or something weird like that. I said today, I even screenshotted it. I said today, they're going to end up lower than $10 a share. I think Lyft's going to tank today. I think they're going to short Lyft today. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Can you guys hear me okay out there? Because like I said, this is my first time using StreamYard. I don't know how this quite works. I was sitting here for a minute thinking I was going live. I'm sitting here like, okay. I never hit the go live button. So thank you guys for helping me get StreamYard. Like I said, this one will be an hour. This will be about an hour live stream. And then I'm going to come in. Wait a minute. There's got to be a way that I can get other people on this live stream. I don't know how to do it, though. Yeah, stocks are poop anyway. Yeah, exactly. Man, but later I want to have Jamil. What up, Randy? I want to have Jamil come on later, and I'm going to have Nick come on later because, like I said, I got StreamYard now, so I can add people on here. But I want to have those two guys come on my next section live streams. Like I said, this will be about 45 minutes to an hour. I got to go take a break, do some stuff. Eat breakfast, get all that ready because I just walked in from my private ride. What up, Delta Roots? And if you guys are out there driving, at least get money. Do not do this like a normal day. Don't do $1 a mile, $2, $3. No, if you're getting $15 a mile, but they say, hey, it's a 2-mile ride right here for $30. Take it. Make these apps pay. And we know those kind of rides exist because we just got a whole weekend. We did a whole weekend of doing 5 miles, $50. We just had that. But if they're telling you all 13 miles, $11, not today. We've done that all year long. Hey, my apps are turned on. Like right now, let me see. I had Uber. Wait a minute. I was doing something real quick. So here's my Uber right here. You're going to hear it like binking every once in a while. I had it on Paw Patrol for a while. I was like, why ain't no rides coming through? Forgot I had it on Paw Patrol. So right now, that's where I am. There's not a lot of surge where I am. So it's just kind of like sitting out there right now. There's not a lot out there going on. So I have no reason to decline, no reason to do anything. It's just sitting here. See, that's the kind of stuff they sending today right there. We're not driving today. $5.16 for 5 miles. We're not driving today. Then that one, what? $9.28 for some donuts, 10 miles for some donuts. Nah, not today. We're not doing that today. We're going to let all this stuff kind of cycle through. Because what I'll do is I'll sit here and just watch rides come through. I'm not taking any rides. I'm only on Uber right now. I'm not on Lyft. But I'm letting it just kind of cycle through rides right now. Let me go turn on Lyft. I'll show you what Lyft is sending down the pipe. What up, Nadine? Oh, yeah. Surge everywhere in Norfolk and Portsmouth. And it's funny. What up, Glitch Dash? Nadine, what's funny is that all of these areas are surging like crazy. Even like this. Like, here's lift right here. So there's my lift. I'm never in surge when I turn it on anyways, but it's normally like that anyways in the morning for lift, because that's where ASU is. Where that right here is where ASU is right there. So it's always surging by ASU. Then that's downtown Phoenix right there. Let me see. Let me move this over here. Whoops. So that's downtown Phoenix right there by the airport. Those two areas are always surging. Now, when I expand it, you can, wait a minute, hold up. Pull it down. Yeah, so you can see a surgeon all up north and everything too. I'm way at the bottom. So you can see a surgeon all the way up north and everything. So normally it's not like this in the mornings, which lets me know these apps are listening to this protest. They're putting money out there to lure drivers out, or to lure drivers to actually take rides. And I'm like, nah, that ain't happening. Yeah, amazing how stock price surges today. So the media is full of stock price positive news versus strike news. Oh yeah, let it. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, by the end of close today, that's when you know what this stock did. And anybody who's a stock trader knows one thing: never really get involved in stocks before lunchtime, unless you want to buy low. It's gonna spike. All before lunch is gonna go up. As soon as after lunch hits, straight to the ground. Straight to the ground. Oh yeah, yep, Dante is surging like crazy everywhere, because they know if they could do this, then look, here's another one, like 14 miles for that. 14 miles for that right there. Crazy. It's crazy. Like, nope, not even driving. Losers, my YouTube is full of rideshare drivers going on strike videos from all over America and the UK. And what I want to do is find out how, because this live stream here is just me learning how to use StreamYard. I want to find out how I can send links or get other, feeds in, so I can see other like strikes going on and show strikes in like in the corner screen and stuff like that. There's stuff all over my screen right now, and I have no idea what I'm doing. It's like, so I'm looking at all these screens and I don't know what it is. Oh, here's a picture-in-picture layout right there. Okay, I'll do that later. I'll do the picture-in-picture layout later. But I'm gonna find out how to work this thing. Look at this. $4. Oh, it was on there. It's just laying here, just surging like crazy. Wait a minute, here we go. So that's where I'm still right there. Surge all around, but that's it. And it's like nobody's taking these rides. And hopefully drivers out there are getting their private. Like I said, I just did a private ride. I do my private ride every morning, like $20 every morning. So should we check all boxes like Uber Eats, Pets, Connect, etc.? Carlos, you can. Here's some $11 for 17 miles right there. That's $11 for 17 miles right there. And then, yep, they took that one. Yeah, so somebody took that. Oh, the $11 for 17 is there. The $4 one up under it, somebody took that little $4 one. But that's what they're doing right now. And I just got it running. It's just sitting there right now. I did some screen recording when I was driving back. And I was like, yeah, I'm not messing with it. It was crazy. I was like, what? Here's some 1045 for 8 miles, and it's got a 350 surge with it. So that's really about a $6 trip for 8 miles, but they added 350 on there to make it 1045 for that trip. There, and like I said, I'm not even in surge. They added surge to it, but look, I'm not even in surge. They added 350 surge to that trip, but I'm not even sitting in surge right now. They're doing whatever they can to get me to take a ride. I'm not anywhere near surge, but they added $3.50 to that. What up, Aaron? What up, Carlos? Thank you, brother. Thank you. Hey, man, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Hey, Jamil, later I'm gonna get you on, Jamil. Later on, I want to pull you on. I'm gonna figure out how to work these screens and how I can invite you, and I'm gonna pull you online later with me. I can't figure it out right now. Here's another one, $8.39 for like 6 miles. And they're giving me surge again. They're giving me 325 surge for that. And there's another one, 374. So they're giving me surge, but as you can see, I'm not sitting in surge. So the apps are doing everything they can do. 680, no surge for 8 miles for that. But they keep giving me trips, and they're throwing surge in here, but I'm not even sitting in surge. 710, no surge. 725, no surge. 725 for 10 miles and 710 for 9 miles. But as you can see, I'm not sitting in surge. But they keep giving me trips saying, hey, Jeff, we want you to take a trip. We want you to take a trip. And I'm like, I'm not driving today. Y'all know what this is right here, baby. It's decline and recline all day. Remember, you have a permit for delivery for when it's busy at the airport. Just go to everybody. You can do cash rides or Visa, MasterCard, but not through Uber or Lyft. That'll work. Yeah. And I think what I'm going to do, like even after the protest, what I'm going to do is copy and paste your URL. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to figure out how to do that. Copy and paste your URL. All right, I'm going to figure that out. I don't know how to work it, man. I have no idea. Like I said, this is my first time using StreamYard. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to figure it out. I'll probably go into my membership group and mess around in the membership group with it and kind of see if, Jamil, I'll get you, but it's going to have to be through that because I want to mess with StreamYard, but not out in the public where I'm screwing up. I just want to do it like in the small group so I can figure out and people can kind of teach me and walk me through what I'm doing. But for now, I'm doing the best. I'm running it just like I run the YouTube thing. I don't touch nothing. I ain't messing with nothing. But I can actually add stuff. Oh, thank you, Carlos, brother. I appreciate it. I can add comments over to the other side now. I just don't know how to do it yet. Hold up. Oh, I see how to do it. I think. Wait a minute. Let me see something. There has to be. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's how I do that. I got to hit the word show. If I hit show, now it shows up over there. All right, bet. I like this little StreamYard. This is pretty cool right here, man. I like this. Man, Connie, what's good? Oh, yeah, the market is heavy with cars, Trickster. Hey, is it out there right now? Is it surging where you are right here, Trickster? Is it surging? Because right now it's surging all through Phoenix right now. Look at this, 436 for 5 miles for Tropical Smoothie. 436 for 5 miles. Ain't nobody trying to do that this early. It's crazy traffic out there. And oh, the surge is dead already. Look at that. There's only a couple of little pots of surge now. The surge is, it's 8:54 a.m. The surge is dead. 5:16 for 6 miles. And then you got 13:40 for 18 miles. That's 9 and 9. 9 miles to them with a 9-mile ride. So 18 miles, 13:40 is what that one is right there. Nobody's trying to do that. Nobody's trying to do that. So hopefully these apps see that we really are sitting online and we're declining all these rides. You can hit the invite, then copy link, paste in the chat. What do you mean? Oh. Invite, copy, here, there. See if that works. And then Tony, before you leave, stay here because I think you know some stuff that I don't know. What's up, Spiderweb? What's good? So I want to see if this works. Somebody click that and see what happens. Uh-oh. $5 for 6 miles. I might take it. Doubt it. I'm gonna let that shit sit over there. Okay, so it worked. Now, like, where are the people at? Like, who's in here? Is anybody gonna come in with me? What up, Melly Mel? My brother. Somebody click that link so I can get you online because I don't know what's going on. I have no idea like how to do this. Let's see something. Let me see. Hide current comment. Okay. What up, Joe? Okay. Add the stage. Wait a minute. Let's see something. Okay. So Tony's in, but it says can't unmute your guest because they choose. Okay, there you go.
Hey, how's it going, Jeff?
All right. Yes. You were my first guest. Hey, thank you for helping me figure this shit out, man. I swear. Yeah. I'm trying, man. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm just helping you out there. I'm getting ready to head out to take my son to his allergy appointment.
Okay, cool, man. Hopefully he does good in that appointment. He's just got to get like a shot or something like that, like a cortisone shot or something.
No, so he's on a therapy to get done with being allergic to peanuts. So he's got to do an appointment to get him up to the next dose of peanut powder.
Okay, cool. Oh, we got Connie in there.
All right, I'll bounce out so you and Connie can chat.
Hey, Tony, I appreciate you, brother. Later. Come stop back by if you got time when you're at the appointment or whatever. Stop back by. Sure. Thanks, brother. Good. I appreciate you, Tony.
Peace.
All right, get peace. What up, Connie? Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Hey, we're figuring this stuff out now, man. We're on the news
I
and the
hear you.
radio. Yeah, yeah. What up, protesters? Ron in LA. Yeah, my phone is just sitting here beep.
I'm glad I found this your site. You've been very positive about this
thank
business.
you, brother. Thank you,
And,
brother. Thank you.
They just want to dog people.
Oh,
And,
I know it, man.
I ain't playing that game.
And it's to the point where, you know, our cars are getting beat up. We're driving around with like bumpers missing, headlights out. You know, I got a wheel bearing out on my car right now. So my wheel bearing should be in a couple of days. If you don't got profits, you can't even fix these cars. These cars ain't sitting in parking lots. We're in traffic. And last night, Nick came over last night because he needs rotors replaced. So he came over last night. We went through his whole front brakes, rear brakes. We went through everything. We know what set of rotors he needs now because they were trying to replace all of his front stuff for like $700. I tested his whole front end. He had brand new pads and everything on the front. I was like, dude, you don't need pads and rotors on the front. All this stuff's brand new. They was trying to get him for $720. So we went to the rear of his car. I took everything apart. And sure enough, as I was inspecting his rotors, because I turned them, I can see that they were catching and missing. So I'm like, your rear rotors are warped. So we're going to put rear rotors on it, but his brakes are damn near brand new back there. So, you know, we help each other out like that out here, man. He got to be out on the road making money. His customers feel his car itching. You know, for $720, he's not making money like that to fix that car on Uber and Lyft. He's not making money. So I'm like, dude, just bring the car to me. I'll check it out for you. So he brought it over here and we went through it last night.
All right. I don't want to take too much time. I just wanted to thank you for what you're doing and keep up the good work.
Hey, thank you, Connie. Oh, brother, cool. I see you in the comments all the time, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Got them business cards with the QR codes on the back of it. That's all. That's what I'm doing.
Get ready, brother. Get ready. Get ready.
All right. Peace out, bro.
All right. Peace out, Connie. I'll see you, brother.
Bye.
All right.
What's up, Jeff?
The man of the hour, my brother Jamil. Was good?
What's up,
hey,
brother?
y'all don't know how funny this motherfucker is. He is hilarious. Remember that? Hey, $5.62.
Reject.
I fucking got him.
Reject the God, brother.
Boy, you had us at the bar dying laughing. You was like $5.62.
Here's all the backup documentations that they're charging us double on insurance and on
look at that.
Yep.
$3, man. Yeah, so and like I was telling everybody, Jamil's the driver who has his own commercial insurance. He's got you've got everything for airport set up already. You've got private ride stuff set up. You've got everything set up. You don't even need Uber and Lyft for real. You don't.
No, I can do private rides. That's what I've been doing all along.
Yeah.
Making most of my money. And
yeah.
By the way, this is what you need from the airport. So you can get the sticker, so you can go in and out anytime you want.
Okay, cool. Because next time we meet up, we're gonna go sit down at the bar. I want to see all of that stuff because I think a lot of drivers need to know that, you know, Uber and Lyft, they're nothing but a livery service. That's it. They're not a limousine service. They're not they're doing exactly what we can do on our own. Like you showed me how to actually get that permit.
Yeah,
and I put that video online.
Paperwork. See that?
Yeah.
I made copies so that you guys can see it. So
okay.
When we see each other, we can go through the whole pamphlet that I have. And here's the permit.
Okay.
And
I got mine too.
Anyone that has this permit can go to the airport and act as a livery service on the prearranged area. You can go in and you can stop your car and you can park it, lift your back, and you wait until people come up to you and say, hey, can you take me somewhere? And whatever the case might be, and it works. Yeah.
And also, I was talking to Big Kev, and we might meet next time at like a Starbucks because we're going to need Wi-Fi. So whoever has Wi-Fi, because I'm going to bring my laptop because we're going to sit there and people are going to do theirs right there on the spot so we can kind of walk them through it. Because it was like I had to do mine twice. It was like 19 steps I went through. I screwed up the first time because I pulled the email address out by mistake, and it's easy to do. And I mean, you don't even notice you're doing it. And when you pull it out, so I was wondering why I never got the confirmation email. I sat. Then I went back through, did it a second time, and I saw the email at the bottom that I screwed up. So I was like, okay, bet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna add Charvel too. Yeah, but so I'm gonna need, like, you're gonna have to come to the bar with us or the Starbucks and kind of walk us through the process that you went through.
Okay.
And like I said, it's a lot of drivers out there. We need to make sure that we got the tools to be able to fight. If we're going to fight, let's really fight. Let's not screw around. We need drivers. There's rent to be paid. There's car notes to be paid. People can buy commercial insurance for much cheaper with a lower deductible than what we're dealing with right now.
Well, that's what I have. I have the commercial insurance with $100 deductible, and I'm paying $3,800 a year.
Damn.
$3,800 a year.
Wow.
That's crazy. What up, Charvel? Yeah, man. And some guy was earlier talking about oh yeah, well, you pay $8,000 a year for commercial insurance. And I'm like, what kind of driving record do you got? That's a lot. It's like, geez, you know what it is. What up, Charvel? How you doing, brother?
Good, guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All good.
So where are you at right now, Charvel?
I live in Mexicali, dude, which is right across the border from El Centro and Imperial Valley. So
Okay.
I'm over here right now. I'm not even in the United States right now, but I'm like, I could cross over in 5 or 10 minutes. If I want
We
to.
got an international brother online, international player. Shit, he over there doing some international pimping. I got hoes in every zip code. No, I'm messing with Charvel. I'm messing with you, brother.
All
Man.
good. All good. I love the content, Jeff. And then, I've only been on Uber and Lyft for about 3 or 4 months, and I've learned a ton from you and a ton from a few other guys.
Oh yeah,
And
brother. This channel, man.
I just recently did over $2,000 last week, but share from the knowledge I learned from you and from the other guys, and just not taking the shitty rides out there,
Oh yeah, and that's what it is. And that's why I want to get Nick online. Nick was at the bar with us too, Jamil. He just moved to Phoenix. He just moved to Scottsdale like not even a week ago or something, or not even like a couple of weeks ago. He's already doing very well out here in Phoenix because he does what we do. He didn't come out and just become a pigeon right off the bat. He came out and he really started doing like honing in on the good rides, the profits. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Last year, I made $3,600 doing waste management last year, but I had Lux. I was running Lux when I did it. He's got a Elantra. He did $3,700 in an Elantra, no Lux platform at all.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy crap.
And he just moved here. He just got here. He was at my house last night, was looking at his brakes. $3,700. He just moved here, and all he did was profit rides. That's it. Profit rides. Man, there's a way to drive. There's a way to do it. We got to just be smart when we do it, man. What up, Aaron?
What's up, brother Jeff?
Oh, nothing much, man. We got Jamil and Charvel here with us.
Hey,
yeah,
Aaron.
that's my man, Aaron.
How are you?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good.
Brother Jeff, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much, man. Nothing much. You over there looking like Black Santa Claus. Shit, I'm trying to get like
man.
you.
I gotta get rid of this shit, man.
Man, I'm trying to get like you.
It's starting to get wild. I gotta get rid of it.
I need that, man. Shit.
Hey, I did a few rides this morning, and I swung out to the airport just to see what's going on.
Yeah.
There is like maybe 3 cars out here. Usually there's like 45 cars out here.
Wow.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
really good because I didn't even drive out there. I'm still waiting. I want to know where we're gonna all meet so we can demonstrate.
yep.
One of my rides was like right around the corner from here, so I was like, I don't live too far from the airport, so I just swung over this way to see what's going on.
I wish we
Hang
got
on.
video of it. Yeah, that's why I got
Hang on
Restream
just
when
a
I got
second.
StreamYard
Let me
yesterday.
see what's going on?
Okay. Yeah, that's why I got StreamYard yesterday, because I wanted people to be able to get online and show us what's going on at their airports and stuff like that. And to show people out there. Man, I saw us on CNN last night. Remember, I sent you that, Jamil. CNN.
Yeah, I saw
I'm
that.
like, dude, the professor went nuts with this. He put this he gave us 2 months to come up with an assignment to say, hey, we're protesting February the 14th. Figure out your profits, get money. We're protesting February the 14th. And everybody stepped up to the plate. Man, it's a beautiful thing.
I'm just gonna swing my camera around and just show you what's going on.
Okay. Oh,
Wow.
I like that. Yeah,
I like that.
man, it is nothing out there.
This is Jackson, Mississippi, man. We don't have surge. They put $1.25 surge at the airport.
Do that again.
Ouch.
Swing it over again. I want to see that again.
Oh my God, it's empty.
That's
Dude, it's just one
nuts.
car next to you. That's it, huh? One car.
Man,
That's it.
man, I know it. That's
it.
nuts.
That's
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 nuts.
beautiful.
It's
That's beautiful.
$1.25 out here for surge at the airport.
Man, I'm sitting there going, I live right by the airport. There's no surge on it right now.
Lyft doesn't do any surge in Mississippi at all.
Man, hey, these drivers gonna learn, man. If we out here creating these profits with these companies and they sitting up on their feet just kicking back on us while we out here busting these cars up, like I said, Jamil's giving us all the tools we need. When we met at the bar the other night, I was like, man, this is what we need to let people know. We do not have to rely on the apps. The apps need us. We don't need them. We could do this without them if we get our permits and all our shit in line. We could do this without them. And
I'm gonna check this week on to see what they got for private ride share out here.
Okay.
Because I don't know, Mississippi's like crazy. They don't want you to have cash in your car and all this bull.
Yeah, I heard about Mississippi.
You remember I sent you that link?
Yeah, yep. I heard about Mississippi. Yep.
Yeah, you can fix that by having Square. You have Square, you take Visa, MasterCard. Believe me, you'll get a lot of rides that way.
I need to get Square.
Oh, okay. I need to get Square then.
Yeah, I need to get Square.
And by the way, you don't need a machine to do it because your phone itself on top of it will, if you tap it, it takes it in and brings it in for you.
Hey, Jeff. Put me back on blast. I'll show everybody out here what's going on.
All right, hold up for a second. Let me see if I can get it back up there. Hold up. Oh, here we go. All right, I'll do like this. I'm figuring it out. There you go. Let's see. Okay, what are we looking at?
That's a Delta that just came in. This is the people out here.
That's it. What is that? That's one car right there. And who's up there? Somebody else is coming in.
One just leaving or pulling up to the garbage can. I'm not sure what he's doing. But that's it, brother.
Damn,
it's usually over here where you see the grass at. That's usually where people are parked at. The cops are telling us to get off the grass.
It is empty right now.
And it's empty right now.
Wow. See, man, and that's what we need to do, man. That's what we need to do. Last night, like I said, I saw us on what's the name? I saw us on CNN. I was like, dude, this protest is Charvel, he took off. I was like, we're on CNN right now. I'm reading all of this stuff. I'm like, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. So for us to sit up there and be pushed to this degree, to where CNN is talking about us, to where Business Insider is talking about us, routers. There were the stories on routers about what we're doing. This is not small. What up, DB? This is big, man. This is big. This is not small. And these are all international newspapers and international things. So for them to sit up there and be to that degree, the professor set something up pretty nice, man. He set something up, him and Sergio, and I will tell you about Sergio. Like me and Sergio, we were at odds about a few things, ever since the Risher interview. And once the David Risher interview hit, me and Sergio, we were at odds about how it went. And I understand, but me and Sergio, we go way back farther than that. We had a blip. We needed some time to sit back and relax on something. But he's actually doing more for what we think. It's like, let's say the professor is the voice of the rideshare community. I would say Sergio is the conscience of the rideshare community. He's quieter. He's one of those people that's behind the scenes, pulling strings, doing things that we don't see on the internet, but we get the effects of it because something happens. And it's like, we don't understand what happens because Sergio's not vocal. He's more cerebral. It's like somebody trying to set a diamond in stone. Set a diamond inside of a setting. Sergio is that guy setting a diamond in a setting. Me, I walk in with a sledgehammer, start knocking walls and shit out. I'm loud. Sergio, he's sitting there
like the cerebral assassin.
Exactly. He's a silent killer. He will sit there and silently work without you knowing what the hell's going on. And next thing you know, you're like, what the hell just happened? It's like, yeah, man, you got shot with a poison dart in the neck.
Hey, Jeff, you got your purple drink with you? I got my amp.
Yeah,
I got my amp today, man. I had to break out the amp.
Hey, man, you got to get it. What up, Renzo? Man, and that's the one thing, man. I have to, like I said, I give Sergio his flowers. I give the professor his flowers because we don't have enough people in the rideshare community giving each other flowers. That's what the problem is. We were always challenging each other all the time, always competing with each other, and it don't have to be like that. I mean, everybody's family has a bill to pay. Everybody's family has a bill to pay, and we just got to do that.
By the way, Brother Jeff, thank you, sir. Because at the beginning, I was what you hate. A high AR motherfucker.
Yeah, picking all a pigeon, getting popcorn like.
I had the popcorn and the bread and all that
Yeah,
shit.
man,
Not
man.
anymore, man.
No,
You
you
know,
got to go for them.
Hey, man,
we all started with high ARs, but then the more we learn, the lower our
lower it got.
RAs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
because it's
Jeff, they sent me a thing yesterday. Hey, if you don't want to accept, we see you got a high cancellation started. Dude, if you don't want to accept, just go offline. Well, quit sending me garbage.
There you go. Yeah, because they know what they doing. We ain't stupid. They know what they doing. They can send me that all the time. Like, hey, just go offline if you need a break. I don't need a break. I need a break from this bullshit is what I need a break from. So you sending me trash. Come on, man. Yeah, but what we want to do is we want to get drivers in different cities to kind of meet up how we did in Phoenix. You know, probably like once a month, twice a month, we all kind of meet up and we go through things that we learn while we out there. Because if we have a smart driver community, it's us against them. It's not driver against driver. So we got to trade secrets back and forth. Like, you know, when Nick first moved to town, like he lives in South Phoenix, he says, Jeff, I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm screwing up. And he was right. He had no idea what he was doing. He was taking areas that he shouldn't have took. There was no surge in certain areas. I said, Nick, you live at the base of Scottsdale. I said, just go north to Scottsdale or go south to Tempe. Don't go anywhere else. That's all I told him. This dude is killing the game now. He clicked like that quick. And he stays in his market. He stays in his own region now. He don't let them send him all over the place chasing money all over. He stays in Scottsdale or he'll drop down in Tempe, and that's all he'll do is north and south. I'm telling you, this kid, like I said, I made 3,600 in a BMW on the Lux platform. This dude did Uber X. He only had Uber X only, and an Elantra made 3,700. He didn't even have an upgraded platform. This kid picks good rides. He's like a supreme cherry picker. He knows what he's doing. And I'm like, it's too many drivers out there that know exactly how to do this for us to allow each other to go down in flames, not paying bills right. Like Jamil, you got a lot of information we can use. This is what we need, man. Drivers to stick together. That's it. That's it. Ronson, turn your app on.
One of the things you'll find out is that the Black platform allows you to learn a lot of other things that you don't really know. And with that in mind, that's how I figured out that everybody can have the rideshare permit. Anybody can do it.
Still getting this. I'm still getting trash rides. Look at this shit. Yeah. And that's the thing, man. The fact that you showed me at the bar, and I was like, dude, this is because, and really, we've been doing this shit since we was kids. We've all been doing rides since we was little. Now that we're older, we're online. We're on YouTube all the time. So a lot of people are sitting there like, well, you guys can't do that. You guys can't do that. The fact that we got permits now, shit, they can't say nothing to us. They can't say a word. So really the permits are more for what we say out in public. And it's to keep people from chasing behind us, saying we can't do this, showing drivers who are scared of these commenters to say, I want to go get a permit now. How do I get commercial insurance? How do I get to the airport and pick up airport rides? That's what it's all about, man. This is time to know your worth's in the building. What's good? And I'm one of those people that, you know, I hope people start listening to you, Jamil. Really, that's why I want to have you. I want to have a one-on-one with you so we can walk through everything, man.
Absolutely, we can do that.
Man, what up? Know your worth.
What's up? Did you said in the earn call for last year?
I think you got bad reception. You're frozen on the screen. Yeah, you're frozen on the screen and everything. And your thing, I'm gonna remove you from the stage and bring you back. Like, get another signal. Yeah.
I'm gonna go hit one of my privates. Just shot me a text. Come pick them up.
There you go.
I'll get back to you. I ain't gonna do none of this crap.
Hey, private rides, y'all do it. Private rides. That's what it is.
All right, peace out, you guys.
All right, brother. We'll see you, my man. We'll see you.
By the way, Santa Claus out the building.
Hey, there you go. Hell yeah. That's Black Santa, baby. That's what's up. Santa Claus out. All right, Aaron. You be easy, brother.
All right, brother.
All right, good. Yeah, man. Say, what's the rideshare permit? Brixton says, what's the rideshare permit? I did a video on it the other day. For Arizona, it's a certain way. I don't know what it is in your region, but in Arizona, we have a permit that we can use to be able to pick people up.
Listen to this. Check this out. I'm getting private rides requests right now on the phone.
There you go, brother. There you go.
This is what everybody needs to go after.
Yeah. And in Phoenix right now, there's like no surge anywhere. Look at it. It's dead. There's like 2 red dots way out. It's dead. No surge at all at 9 in the morning. What up, Know Your Worth? What's good with you, brother?
Did you hear what Dara said for the earnings call?
No. What did he say?
So around the 37-minute mark, I'm looking at it right now. He mentioned analyst asked him, how are upfront fares working for Uber? And Dara said that we've gone from time and distance to point estimate for every trip based off of every driver's behavior. He said the quiet part out.
Driver's behavior. Wow. And have we not been saying that for the longest time? And these people keep thinking, oh, they're not going to send you good rides unless you accept the trash. Okay.
No.
It's like,
And really, this could be looked at as kind of a discrimination. You're given a rate to one driver compared to another driver because of their behavior. That's
yeah, it is. And see, the thing about contract work is tricky because if we're employees, we have to go by employee laws. As a contractor, you could use whatever contractor you want to build your swimming pool. You don't have to use this contractor just because he's the cheapest, or just because you may say, I want to go with this contractor just because I like the way that, he cleans up when he leaves and all that. So you can contract work is a gray area when it comes to laws about discrimination and stuff like that, because we're so independent. But with the way that Uber and Lyft treats us like employees, that's why shit has to change, because it becomes discrimination based on how they treat us. We're treated like employees, but we're labeled as independent contractors. So we've got to find a way how to bridge that gap, because they are discriminating. And it's and we're trapped in their apps because, like I said, I'm glad Jamil came along, because we're trapped in their apps. A lot of people don't even know we can get a permit from the state we live in to do for hire service. A lot of people don't know. I mean, I didn't know it. I'm like, I see people with for hire shit in their car all the time, and I'm thinking they just ordered some shit off of eBay. I'm like, no, they really went through the state and got for hire permits. They can really do this. And I'm like, Jamil opened up a whole world that night. And I'm like, I drove home. I was so happy that we all met up. I was like, man, I said, I got to do a quick video. I got online. I started researching everything. I got my permit. I paid my $10. And I was like, that's what we have to do. That's what we have. We have to talk and show people there is a way off the plantation. There's a way off the plantation, but you got to listen and be willing to walk off that plantation. Otherwise, they're going to have you stuck.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've done with a couple of rides like that I've seen that Uber is overpriced. A lot of rides, they're not pricing correctly. They're charging $35 for a 32.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I mean, that trip,
and we're getting $12 out of that, because they're making sure we get $24 an hour. They're trying to cap us at $21 to $24 an hour. So every 30 minutes, I'll be getting rides for $12, and it's taking 29, 30 minutes all the time. And I keep declining them. I'm like, I don't want to make $24 an hour, but they keep doing it over and over and over again.
And they always that we're getting $30 active time. I love how as time goes by, that keeps going down and down and down. It started out at like 30, 36, 40. Well, now we're down to 32. Now we're down to, in some cities, as low as $16 per hour.
I saw 19. I've never seen 19 in my region. They put 19 in my region. I'm like, what the hell?
And you know what's happening, and they're basing it not on gross amounts, but the net amount after they take all those fees that they want to take out.
Yeah, the top fees. Yep. And that's what they don't tell people. You got to read the fine print. And a lot of us, we don't read the huge contract stuff. We don't read the stuff we be signing with them. But yet they come out later and explain it after they've already gouged us, after they've already taken advantage of us. Now they want to explain it. Like, Jamil, you sent me something this morning, and it says something about Dara saying the reason why drivers are being paid less is because insurance went up 20%. But 20%. Didn't he just say didn't he just say drivers were paid more by like up to 30% more? So which is it? Do we get paid 30% more, or are we being paid less because insurance went up 20%? He don't know what he want to say.
He's contradicting himself back and forth. He doesn't know what to do. He's afraid of what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the 300 is coming, and it's just not here in Phoenix. The 300 is bigger than Phoenix.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, every state out there. Yeah. Even overseas, we get people from Australia and the UK. Everybody's talking about how we're conducting business now in rideshare. Like I say, we the 300, we coming for profits, man. We a small channel, a small group of people, and we're slowly grabbing people as we walk through the trenches. More people are jumping on going, I see how you guys are getting profits. I see what you're doing now. And it's a beautiful, and when we linked up with the professor, oh man, this dude, he done went global. This dude went global. I'm like, what the hell did you just do? I'm like, everywhere I look, it's talking about the protest. I'm like, dude, I'm looking overseas at paper. I'm like, dude, what did you just do? He blew this up.
I kind of wonder what's going to happen on March 11th with the new Department of Labor rule change.
What's the rule?
I'm not familiar. They're going to come out with a rule change. I think they're going to try and reclassify everybody for tax purposes, because we're not paying taxes because we're writing everything off.
Yeah,
we're spending more than we're making. We're not going to pay taxes. Uber's not paying tax. So I think the government wants that money. So I think they're going to try and reclassify us to force us to start paying taxes.
And a lot of people don't realize that. Like gig workers, we don't really pay a lot in taxes. I hear people talking about what they pay. I'm like, dude, who's your accountant? Like, you shouldn't be doing that. And that's why the government is upset, because Lyft and Uber always have losses. They don't pay taxes. We as contractors, there's a lot of money being transferred and going all over the place. And a lot of people are not paying taxes because we're underwater. There's people making $100,000, but at the end of the day, they're walking around with 18 grand. That's real. That's true. That's not fake. That's true. We are really getting hit with so many expenses, so many life expenses, so many business expenses. The money is not there. It's just not there. If you try to hit us on taxes, like it cracks me up when I'm like, yeah, we're doing cash rides. We're doing $200. Oh, you got to pay taxes on that 200. I'm like, dude, who's your accountant? Because you have no idea what you're talking about. He's like,
another thing that doesn't make no sense as far as numbers go, I've looked at pricing on trips, and from 2021, I've driven in both Atlanta and Greenville, South Carolina. Well, to go from Clemson University to Greenville Spartanburg Airport, they used to charge $60 for that ride. They're now charging $50. That's a 45-mile drive. Why are you cutting pay if expenses such as insurance has gone through the roof?
Exactly. And on top of that, they're charging us 3 times what it costs for insurance, 3 times what it costs. And the deductible is $2,500. Jamil's deductible is $100 for his commercial insurance plan. His commercial insurance covers him while he does delivery and while he does rideshare, everything. It covers him. So how is he paying $3,800 per year and only having $100 deductible, but we're paying $8,000 and $9,000 per year with Uber and Lyft, and our deductible is $2,500? It's an inverse operation. They're screwing us.
That's right. That's because they're making a profit on the bulk buying of insurance.
Yep.
They're buying it for cheap and then reselling it for a markup.
Like 5X. They're 5Xing it because if they get it for cheaper, then they're 5Xing it to sell it to us.
Well, same thing with the airport fees. I sent it to you, did I not? They're charging us $5 to get in and then or to leave every time we pick up a client, right?
Yep.
But the airport only charges $2.10. So what does that mean? They're making $2.90 on each one of us.
Yep.
Whether we go in or whether we go out.
Yep.
Just because it's seamless to us, we don't see it until the end of the week because they're paying it supposedly.
Yeah.
But it hurts our bottom dollar.
Yeah, because you sent me the scale yesterday, the airport scale yesterday. And when I saw the rates, I was like, "You're kidding me! That's all it costs to go to the airport." I said, "That's it." I was like,
That's it.
They're like double charge, triple charging us almost to go to the airport, and they're pulling out of our money now. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. I just, like I said, a lot of people are waking up because we're now starting to be more like business people, not like hustlers out there. We're now starting to look at the background of everything. Channels are really talking about, even like Money Talk with Tristan. He's showing his Excel spreadsheets. He's breaking everything down to the minimum compound and say, this is what real profit would look like if you did it as a straight up business. And a lot of channels are now doing that. We're screen recording, showing what the rides really are, showing what the surge is, because somebody has to tell the truth. And I'm glad a lot of channels are now recording the truth now, because this stuff is historic. We're going to wonder why so many people got evicted out of houses and why we lost our cars. It's like, because if you really look, you can see the rhetoric about how people make money, but look at the truth. Like Tristan said, you can make 100,000, but you walk away with 13K. That's true. That's not fake. That you see, I'm going to make 100,000 this year. But just like you said, you're going to walk away with 13K. That's it.
And you've ruined your car. And you've ruined your car.
Yes.
You depreciated your car by more than 50% the first year.
Yep. And we can't even trade these things in. Like I bought my car at 36,000 miles 2 years ago in March of 2022. I'm at 107,000 miles now. I did that in 2 years. I can't trade this car in because they're selling cars like mine. They're selling BMW. I owe $30,000, almost 30 grand even on it. They've got BMWs right now, just like mine's, with like 50, 60,000 miles on it, selling for 24,000. Yep. So how are you got a 40,000 mile car selling for 24,000? I got 107,000 more that I owe 30 on. I'm upside down by at least 15 grand. Easily 15 grand. I'm upside down. And I can't walk to a dealership and say, I want to trade this car in, and say, well, you got another $15,000 for this piece of shit. It's like, I can't do nothing with this. This is my car now. I'm going to swap the end. I'm going to do an LS swap on this motherfucker now. I'm going to go get me a Chevy engine to put in it. There's nothing I can do with it. It's mine now.
That's why I couldn't trade my Grand Cherokee, because I'm upside down. So I went in and I ended up buying the Lincoln Aviator. And I know I'm going to lose that money on that. Yeah. And that's what I tell drivers a lot. I'm like, dude, you're not looking at the fact that these cars that we're using are diminishing in value. Every day we go put 300 miles a day on these cars. It's diminishing in value. So you've got to look for the low mile, high profit trips, because you're diminishing the value of your car. The more you beat up on it, chasing all of these, I'm going to get $1 a mile, 50 cents a mile. And I know some regions, we only get 50 cents a mile. Convert that shit to a private ride. You got to convert it. You got to be smarter, convert it. If you know the apps are not paying you, work your magic. Tell a person, hey, man, I'm only getting $9 for this ride. Really? Oh, shit, we paid $36 for this. Tell you what, give me 20 and I'll do it. Convert it. You've got to fight for your money. You've got to fight for it. They're not giving you nothing. You got to fight for it. And I'm glad a lot of people, like we got, 129 people in this live right now. And I'll tell you, that's the most people I think I've had on the live stream, I think. So I appreciate you guys for coming in on this stream. You know, this is a morning stream that I never do mornings. Appreciate Jamil and Know Your Worth for coming in, because like I don't do morning streams, but I want to at least get our day started, you know, thinking about how we're going to do this protest, why we're even doing it, the issues we're even protesting, because this shit all makes sense, man. It all makes sense. I'm going to give someone else a chance. So take care of yourself. I'll be on the chat listening to you. Sounds good, Jamil. You later. All right, brother. Sounds good, Jamil. Peace out. And we will talk. Brother. You and I will talk, and I'll give you the full details of what we all have to do. Okay, prosper. Cool. That's all right, brother. I appreciate you, Jamil, man. I appreciate you, brother. Take care. All right. Cool. Yeah, hey, Jamil's my guy. That dude, he's cool as hell. Like I said, we all met up at the bar the other night, and a lot of us drivers in Phoenix are planning on doing that more often. We want to meet up, kind of hang out with each other, just because he taught us a lot, just sitting there chatting. He taught us a lot about how he conducts his business, how he does business. And it's nothing like he didn't want to say, oh, I'm better than you guys. We know he's better. He's got nicer cars and shit like that, but he doesn't beat down on us. He's like, I want to lift my crew up. I want to lift you guys up. If I'm doing well, I want to lift you guys up. So he's telling us how we can do cash rides and how we can get into the airport, how we can get cheaper, $3,800 a year versus what we're paying Uber, $8,000-9,000 a year. So we can do stuff on our own. Imagine if Uber didn't charge us commercial insurance. If they said, hey, guys, we're going to give you the $8,000 or $9,000 back to you, but you guys got to get your own commercial insurance.
We'd all just go buy $3,800 a year insurance. That's it. We don't go buy $3,800 insurance and we be cool with them not charging us $8,000 or $9,000 a year. That's money. That's money. It's like $2,000 on a car. Yeah. This is what's that permit called, Leadhead? That permit is called a for hire permit. It's a for hire permit. So with the for hire permit, the state recognizes you as a vehicle that can do rides that are like somebody can hire you to give them a ride from point A to point B. Even though we've been doing it since we was kids, it's just about the technicalities behind it. That's all, just the technicalities. And like I said, we, especially for all of us that post videos online, if we're posting videos online, what up, Nicole? If we're posting videos online and a lot of people are seeing us post videos, they want to, well, how are you guys doing cash rides? How are you guys doing this? How are you guys doing that? For people who don't post videos, whether you not you got to permit, that's all you. But for those of us that do, we maybe want to show the legit side sometimes, not just the illegal. Like a lot of times we call it Harriet Tubman on this channel. When we do Harriet Tubman shit, it's underground. We do it in email. We don't do it out in the open. We like, hey man, I'll Harriet Tubman that shit to you. It's like, I'm not telling you on this video because we don't want to self-incriminate. We plead the fifth on a lot of shit. So I'm not going to self-incriminate myself. So I go, hey, say, but you must have a livery on your license before they give the permit. Well, always first logistics. I did a video on my channel. You got to go check out my channel. When you see it on my channel, you'll see that I do have my permit right now. I don't have it on my license. The state of Arizona already gave me my permit already. I did a video of it because if I explain it to people, they won't understand it. I'm on my membership side. I'm going to show you all the 19 steps that I did in order to get livery on my, in order to get for hire on my the certificate and everything. Because a lot of, like I said, I enjoy showing people things. I enjoy, because if I tell you, a lot of people tell you everything. Motherfucker tell you the sky's purple. And oh, really it is? But if I show you something and I walk you through it, you can't help but believe it. You go, oh shit, okay, I see that. And so that's what I do. I do videos to show people. I screen record everything. When I got my for hire permit the other day, I got it. So I didn't have to tell nobody. I don't have it on my driver's license. I just got it from the state of Arizona. And I showed them how they do a trade name search, how much you got to pay for. I told everybody everything because I have nothing to hide. I'm trying to lift people up. I'm not trying to hold people back. So I put shit on video and I stick it out there and say, hey, here's some information. Research it in your state. Do what you can do with it. But this is possible. And with that possibility, they got to come out there and say, I want to make more money for my family. I want to do something for my family. I want to take a risk. Because with the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. Everybody knows that across the boards. So we, and like with Jamil, the fact that he's telling us, you know, $3,800 is the commercial insurance he pays every year. $3,800 is not, it's like almost $300 a month. $300 per month is $3,600 a year. He's paying $300 a month for commercial insurance. That's $10 per day. We get charged way more than $10 a day for commercial insurance. I get probably charged $10 per ride when I'm dealing with Uber. So that means if I'm getting charged $10 per ride with Uber, $5 per ride, $8 per ride, by the end of the day, I probably paid about $130 for insurance that day. Just doing rides for Uber and Lyft under their commercial insurance. When they could say, you know, instead of double billing Jeff for commercial insurance, Jeff, we're not going to charge you any commercial insurance on any of these rides, but you got to prove to us that you got commercial insurance. Shit, I'm running out buying that shit that day. Hey, here, bam, I'll get my $300 right here. Why? This is $10 a day. Cover me for the rest of the month. Yeah. And Uber and Lyft will be like, okay, we'll every time a customer pays a fare, we will not pull out commercial insurance out of the fare. We will let you keep that because we're really hitting motherfuckers hard. All these nature hikes they be taking, they now become more lucrative because they're not charging you insurance now. These rides people are paying $160 for. Now you might get, you know, 130 out of it, 140 out of it because they're only getting their little small percentage. But when they start billing you for that insurance portion, oh, it's per mile or per minute or they're killing us with that insurance. And like some people already got their own. They already got their own. Because Uber declared profit last year for the first time in 15 years of establishment. It's a no-brainer. We, the drivers, are being short paid for them making profits and paying shareholders 87 cents per share. Yep. You right, Tommy. You right. And people are just waking up. They're waking up to the game. And I'm glad to look out there and see how everybody is. Oh, I'm gonna hit this invite thing again. I'm seeing how everybody is now talking. Everybody's out there talking right now. I'm gonna do like this. Control V. I'll do like this. Because I'll put because like I said, I'm gonna put the invite link there because I'm just learning how to use StreamYard. So if I'm screwing up or something fucks up, it ain't me. It's just me learning. But it seems to be going okay already. I don't know how it sounds, but it's probably good. Drop those likes. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. Because like I said, and so when people come on the live, I want you to talk about your city, stuff like that, where you're from. You know, Zay Payne says, hit my line, Jeff. Man, I'll be trying, brother. I'll be busy as hell. You know me, man. I'll be busy as hell. A lot of people don't realize how busy I am. I mean, I was working on the car yesterday for a couple hours. I got a truck across the street. I got to do a whole front end on. Bro, if I'm not online, I'm sleeping or eating. Or I'm in that car drive. I don't fuck with a lot of people. And it's not a mean thing. I'm just a really busy person. I make shirts all the time. I'm always picking up supplies, getting supplies. I got, 2 sons I'm still raising. And I got 80 people a day saying, hey, Jeff, call me. I can't call 80 people a day. I just don't got that much time. I'll be running wire to wire sometimes. And by the time I get done with my day, I just go to sleep. And 78 out of 80 people probably didn't talk to me that day. I don't even go through my email every day. I'll pull up emails like emails 8-9 days. Oh, man, I sent you that shit 8 days ago. Yeah, this is when I'm finally getting to it. Because I'm still a driver. I'm really still a driver, but I'm also doing podcasting. And I'm also making my shirts. But I'm also a mechanic that's working on everybody's cars all in one day. And I've got to research inventory online. I'm getting stuff shipped in from FedEx and UPS all the time. Shit in bulk. I'm going down the street picking up inventory. I'm doing every day. I'm at the post office standing in that long ass line to ship everybody's shit out every day. I get 80 text messages per hour. 80 texts per hour, and there's nothing I can do. I'm like, you know what? I'll return this shit when I can. And that's just life, man. It's life, and I get it. And a lot of people want to fuck with us, and I'm like, I'm just busy. What up, Rod Sherrick? Hey, man.
What's going on, Jeff? Hey, finally catch up with you, man.
Man, I'll be all over the place, man. You know me, shit. If I ain't in that car cussing somebody out, cutting somebody off.
Man, I'm telling you. Hey, there's nothing going on in LA. No searches anywhere, nothing. Just another weekday, man.
Yeah, man. And like I said, yesterday it was crazy. It was surge like in parts of the day. It was 725, 820. I'm like, dude, it's surging. They're trying to trick us to go out and drive. Today it's flat again. It's flat again.
They know.
Oh yeah.
Hey, listen, thanks a lot for what you do, man. I haven't posted a video on my channel in a while because I've been caught up with work. I mean, other than Uber, what I do is I'm a commercial drone pilot, so I've been busy with work and I haven't had time to sit down and make other videos. So, but
yeah,
the one thing that we all got to keep on teaching other drivers that watch our videos, though, is do the best you can to turn every ride into a private ride. Today, I usually start at 3 in the morning. I dropped somebody at LAX at like at 3:30. I did another one that I had like an hour later, and then now I'm waiting. I think it's 8:40 now. I got my next one coming from out of the country at 9:45, but I got to wait on him. So
yeah,
I'm doing the best I can. I'm telling you.
But you're doing it the right way. You're doing it the profit way, man.
Yeah, because it's there's it doesn't matter what we do and what we try. The pay from Uber is always going to keep on declining.
Yep.
So I don't know all these drivers that spend all these hours on Reddit downvoting every single time somebody says something about private rides. What is it? You like Uber dipping their hands on your money?
But it's old historic train of thought. You got to look at like I talk about history on this channel a lot. Some people have this plantation history. They got this serfdom mentality. They want to be a serf forever. They don't ever want to be a landlord. They always want to be a serf. They always want to, because they find comfort in the plantation. The plantation is already built. It already has the land. It's got the build. They don't have to build themselves. They're like, dude, just stay cool. Just pick the cotton, dog. What you tripping for, man? It's like, no, we want our own land. We want to build our own house. We want to do our own thing. Some people don't have that in their soul. Some people are they're slaves to the core. And you try to wake them up, man, let's go build our own. But no, I'm just going to go get a second job, man. I don't want to, I'm going to go get a second job. It's like, no, build it. You got to build for yourself. You can't always rely on the plantation to build for you. And that's what the main problem is. Like what you said, they're on Reddit. Reddit is like a plantation harboring place. There's probably a bunch of employees of Uber and Lyft on that motherfucker too.
I know. Yeah. I know some, but I'm saying it's the hate. And then I'll tell you one thing that I thought when they started saying, hey, let's go on track on the 14. I knew, Jeff, I knew that it ain't no motherfucker on LA was gonna block anything because these fuckers are waiting for the surge to possibly go up to start milking it.
Yep.
Listen,
But
if
that's why
we're
we're
not
all sitting. I've
united,
been
though,
sitting online all morning. I don't even know what my AR is right now. I've been
if
sitting online all morning.
we're not
Hey, Jeff.
united, Jeff, we ain't gonna get
I'll see
nowhere.
you, Aaron.
Hey, Jeff, you want to hear something comedy?
What happened?
Okay, as I was leaving the airport, I called my friend and told him I'd be there in a couple hours because I don't have to pick him up until noon. And
Yeah.
I decided, let's just take an airport ride, see what's going on. I took the ride, and me and this young man had a good conversation about Uber.
What happened?
And
What happened?
he was under the impression that we got everything.
Nuh-uh. 347.
Yeah.
All right.
And I asked, I explained it to him. And in Mississippi, we don't get the upfront price like you guys do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what I told him, I said, I don't know what I'm getting for this ride. He says, do you want to know what I paid for it? I said, yeah. I didn't even ask him. He told me. When he told me, I said, well, I tell you what, when I get you to where you're going, I'll end the ride and you can see what I'm getting out of it. I showed him what I was getting out of it. He did the math. He did the math. They took just as much. They took half of what I was getting for the ride.
Damn
Half.
shame, man. Damn shame.
He did the ride.
And-
He saw it. And
I'm
then
glad
you know what?
You showed him that.
And he tipped me good. I mean, real good. And the funny part about it is, he comes into Mississippi every so often. He's got my contact information.
There you go.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, and I was telling people, it's kind of like, because Dara used to be at Expedia. He was the CEO of Expedia or something like that. So he's used to that travel agency mentality. He knows travel agents. Let's say you go to Expedia and you book a plane ticket. Expedia's going to get a small cut of that plane ticket, not the major part of that plane ticket, because you got to pay the person flying the plane and all of the business that deals with the plane. They're getting the majority of the cost. You're not going to give Expedia, $800. Then you go to the plane and the plane be like, oh yeah, the ticket's only $250. You're like, wait a minute, I just gave Expedia $800. Oh yeah, the plane ticket's only $250. You'd be like, you'd be mad as hell at Expedia. You'd be like, I'm never using that shit ever again. And that's how I think riders got to start being. Be like, you know what? Why in the hell are we sitting there paying you $120 to get somewhere, but the driver's getting $48, like $50? Why? Just go straight to the driver, like, dude, I'll give you $70 right now, and call it good.
I'll tell you what, Jeff. I'll tell you what. Here in LA, ever since the beginning of last year, it's become really, really popular on all my airport rides. Some of these guys and girls, they straight up asking me, "Hey, look, you do these on the side?" Like, I don't even have to do my little pitch that I do. They be like, "Hey, I'd rather pay you." I'll tell you what. Throughout last year, I've got a lot of riders though that when I showed up at like at 3:40, 4 in the morning, a lot of them were like, "Hey, listen, you mind if I pay you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." But then I'm trying to tell them, "Don't cancel this time. I'll pick you up on your way back." And they're like, "Oh, don't worry about it." And I'm like, listen, I got people, Jeff, pay a $15 cancellation fee, and they Venmo $90, $80, $90.
Because they respect you that much. They respect how you trying to help them that much.
But the reason why, though, is because a lot of drivers in LA are doing the right thing, though, and telling them, we don't get the whole amount that you're paying, though.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. I had another rider a month ago that asked me that same thing. And I told him, no, I don't. I was on Lyft at that time. I said, no, we don't get the whole thing. And I showed her, I said, this is what Lyft is paying me for this ride. And she was like, no, that is not what I paid. I said, well, that's what they're giving me.
Yeah, and then keeping the rider app open is one thing that I've been doing since the beginning. I always keep, when I start in the morning, I open that rider app from here to LAX. What is it doing right now? $90. Then I know what I'm going for.
Yep. And that's the joy about Upfront. What up, Glitch Dash? We got Glitch Dash in the building. That's my man down there.
What's up, guys?
Man,
can you hear me?
Hey, Glitch Dash.
Yeah, we can hear you, brother.
Hey, man, I just wanted to jump on here and say thank you for the t-shirt.
Oh, welcome, brother. Yeah. Hey, I made Glitch Dash that shirt, and And
Thank
that's
you, bro.
I take care of my people, man. You guys are always super chatting like that. Y'all don't know what I do with these super chats. I pay for shipping. I go out and buy shirts. I buy supplies with these super chats, and I just send them like good people out there. And I email people. I ask people, "Hey, what's your size?" And I just ship up, "What's your address?" And I just ship people the stuff because you guys are taking care of me through all these super chats, and I want to return that energy back. So Glitch Dash was somebody who stepped up a long time ago against what was going on in the gig, and he was a small channel, small, but he had like a big voice, and he did something major, and I respected that to the point where I sat down and I designed him a shirt. He didn't ask me to do that, but I think the people on my channel would appreciate and respect the energy that he gave. So I transferred the energy you guys gave to me to him, and I do that to a lot of people. I just, give people like, hey, here, you can have this, or I'll ship you this, or I'll do this. You guys treat me right, and I turn around, I treat the community right. That's just what I do, man. So much love on that, brother. Much love on that.
Thank you.
And I finally found your shirt thing, Jeff. And in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna order two small size shirts, your 5s.
Okay, cool, brother. It's too small. But, hey, I tell everybody I'm gonna leave the February the 14th shirts up because this is what I think. The February the 14th shirts are going to be historic because I think this global protest is one of the largest protests I've ever seen in my life of any industry to be worldwide and to all stand up and agree to stand up at the same time. And
It's
I think
happening all over America.
yeah, and it's in the UK, it's in Australia, and the apps are realizing that, and the apps are like, man, these people were dead serious. They really got some serious support. It's up in Canada right now.
What I mean though is that it's across multiple sectors right now.
Oh yeah. And
well, it's big if it's in Mississippi.
Oh yeah, exactly. Ain't nobody down the Mississippi airport right now. Everybody just kind of sitting around.
Yeah, labor is organizing in this country.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's the fact that this is a historic day. February the 14th, 2024 I told people it is a very different protest than anyone I've ever seen. The media it's on CNN, it's on Routers, it's on Business Insider, it's on all these local channels. A protest has never been this highly talked about by media to this degree just across the world. These are all international outlets, not just local outlets. These are international outlets talking about something the professor created. He sat in early December and said, this is the assignment. You guys with me or what? And we was like, and that was at a time that him and I were kind of beefing a little bit. We're just coming out of the beef. And I say, you know what? I see what you're doing, brother. And he, on New Year's Eve, we squashed the beef. We said, this is what we're going to do, man. And I have nothing but respect. Like I said, me and him, we tested each other a little bit because we're two hot-headed people. And I realize how strong of a person he is. And he probably realized how strong. My channel is small. It's cool. But he knows that the competitor in me, the athletic competitor in me is growing slowly. But see, that's it. I love my small channel, man, because I fuck with everybody. I don't really mess with YouTubers and stuff like that. So for me and Torsten to actually have a relationship, me and Sergio to actually have a relationship, that's different because I don't really mess with YouTubers. Like me and Glitch, I don't look at us as real YouTubers. We're drivers out here making it, man. That's it. And we got channels, but we're slowly becoming YouTubers.
Right. I feel the same way.
It's like, so I'm used to dealing with drivers, man. I'm just like Roger X. I'm used to dealing with drivers because I'm a driver. That's just what I do.
It takes
hey, really quick, Jeff. I think I might be having audio issues here, but I just wanted to just chime in really quick and just say thank you for everything you do for this community, man. And as you know, I don't do rideshare, but I'm on the delivery side of things. But a lot of us in this community, we're behind you 100%, man. So we stand in solidarity with the rideshare community. And
thank you, brother. Yeah. And and like Torb says, I don't do delivery. I don't think he knew I do delivery too. I take whatever's money.
Right.
If motherfucker know, I'll pick up some hot dogs in a heartbeat. You pay me enough, shit, I'll drop that bag off and take my picture and I'm out.
Well, hey man, here's to the strike. Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Hey, thank you, Glitch Dash. Appreciate you, brother.
Have a good one.
Valentine's Day, brother. Thanks for swinging through, man.
Hey, Jeff, you still do deliveries?
Oh yeah, they come through my phone all the time. I just I had a Taco Bell one. I had a Chinese food match. Because sometimes they just sit and people be like, "Hey, it's $15," and I'm right there's like 2 miles, $15. I can't say no to that.
I know, yeah.
It's like
the reason why I stopped doing them here in LA is because I'm telling you, like at least the area where I stay at, I stopped this whole rideshare thing doing Uber Eats in February of 22. And by April, May of 22, it just went really bad. And that's when I have that option turned off. Every now and then, though, Uber be turning it on by accident. I don't know how that.
Yeah, they'll do it. Yeah, they'll do it. What up, Doughboy? My man Doughboy walks
What's
up in the
good? What's
building.
good?
What's up, man?
Good,
What's up?
Good.
what's
Out here
up?
in
Where you
Georgia,
at,
man. Out here in ATL.
Okay. So how's it going down there though?
And this morning, between 4 and about 7, it was like $30 surges, 25, 22, all the way down to 15. So
Wow.
I took 2 rides. It was really around my block, like a 2-block radius.
Yeah.
$45. $45.
For
I
2
called
blocks.
it good. I said I'm going back in the house, going back to sleep. I'm
Make
good.
them pay. Make them pay.
Yep.
That's what we doing
Yep.
this for. We doing this for the money. If they not paying, we ain't playing. They've been playing us every holiday, giving
Yep.
us shit every holiday. On New Year's Eve, when I went in at 2:00 in the morning, they gave me a $30 surge. I caught a $30 surge on Uber. $30. They gave me a ride for like 30 miles and gave me, it was like $36. So you gave me $6 for going 30 miles, basically. I was like, this is how they was playing us, man. I didn't
Yep.
even do the ride. I said, nope. I went to Tempe. I did all those short hops. I was like, I'm not doing that. I lost that $30 surge so quick. I was like, fuck that. No, I'm not doing that. No. But it's like that. Yeah. So I'm glad, you down there doing it the smart way. And that's
Yeah.
what we've been hammering on that the whole time. Do it the smart way. Do it the smart way. If we're going to actually be out there driving, trap the surge, get the money, do the short trip, get back home. That's it. And be
Yep.
done. It's
Hey,
like,
Jeff,
Yep.
you know how you be holding? You know how you be holding the search with
Yeah.
the pet option here in LA? It stopped working for me. Now, if I turn everything off and I leave the Uber Pets on just to hold the search, it takes the search away right away.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I wonder
Yeah.
why they doing that. I think that, man, I don't know. I think that's probably like illegal. They can't just take your surge. Well, you earned it, you got it. And if they throw you a pet ride, even if you have everything locked on there and they throw you a pet ride, then you should get that surge even with the pet on.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got X, you got all these things selected with pet selected. You should get that money no matter what option you're on.
That's discrimination.
When I
Yeah.
saw it on your channel, it only worked 2 times. The 3rd time, that's it. So now I try turn the app off and drive by a search. It don't matter what it is, just to test it out. I'm telling you, the minute I leave out nothing but Uber Pets turned on, search turns off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now Dalton is saying you don't have to use Paw Patrol no more. He's saying you don't have to use that no more. I wonder why. Dalton, what are you talking about? If you don't have to, because Dalton's over in he's in Vegas and he's saying you don't have to use Uber Pet no more. I still do here in Phoenix because it works for me. I mean, I could turn it on and cruise around, not get a single ride. Man, they sending me all trash this morning. Here's another 11-mile ride for $784. My phone is just sitting here declining rides the whole time. It's just sitting there declining rides. I'm like, shit. It ain't no surge nowhere on the map. Nowhere. 605 for 9 miles for edible arrangements. Somebody ain't getting a Valentine's Day gift today.
They gonna be hurt. They gonna be hurt.
The fruit gonna go bad. It's gonna be flies all in my. They gonna get that
They
shit.
gonna be bad as a mother.
Man, the apple's gonna be sagging. Why did it take all day? It's a protest.
You can get it tomorrow.
Exactly. You can get this edible tomorrow. You get it, eat that. It's gonna be all soggy, like dripping everywhere. That's just gonna be hideous, man. Shoot. Yeah, but I know in Atlanta they've been having problems down in Atlanta anyway. My man Abdul, he's down there too, and it's just been horrible down there lately, man. Horrible.
Man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So the fact that you got them surges this morning, you did them rides this morning proves that it's working right now. They see us standing up. Yeah, they see us standing up.
Yep.
So I'm glad you snagged that.
It's funny. Backstory. I just started next month will be my year anniversary starting this stuff. So I started with the rental car stuff with Avis, paying that garbage stuff every week. But the silver lining with that was with me paying that weekly stuff, that weekly fee.
Yeah.
Actually, I used my credit card, which actually increased my credit limit.
Boost your credit score. There you go.
Yeah.
Smart thinking.
So I hurried up, tried to see, hey, can I get a no down payment on the car? It worked out. Got my own whip. That was like 4 months later. Got my own whip.
Business moves, man.
Hey, that's when I found you. I heard you. I was like, man, this dude is crazy, man. He talking all this stuff. Like, man, there's no way. I know it can't be working. Because before that, I was doing 12-hour days. I was doing 12-hour days. I said, you know what? I'm about to quit. This got to be a better way. Then I got hip to you. I said, wait a minute. Let me listen to what he's saying. Then everything made sense. I started applying it. I said, you know what? Everything I was doing in 12 hours, I can do in 3.
Yep, exactly, man. Smart driving. And like I said, you already had the business mind already. You just had to learn how to ride share because you applied it to that. Because I was telling people on one of my credit videos a long time ago, if you put a little bit of your rent on a credit card, like $100 of your rent on a credit card, that will apply towards your credit score. Like if you got $1,800 a month in rent, pay $1,700 on a check, but put $100 of that on a credit card and pay that off. Let it cycle through and pay it off because that's going to build your credit up. So you did exactly what I would tell somebody to do. Build your credit instead of just giving away your cash, giving to a bill. Paying bills don't help your credit score.
You got to use their bank accounts for that stuff. They use their actual bank accounts for this stuff and they losing money.
Yep.
That's my car wash. I do that.
Exactly, man. Put that on there, man. Hey, that was a smart move, though. But I'm glad you came and found us, though, boy. Because like I said, man, and I know sometimes my message is in a hard package. I grew up with George Carlin, and I tell people all the time, man, if you didn't grow up in the 80s like we did, we had rugged hearts, man. We were just rugged kids back then. So, I mean,
that's exactly what I thought because I was just listening to you. I'm like, this dude's hilarious. I'm going to listen to him every day. And the more I listen to you, I was like, man, he's actually dropping some jewels. I said, you know what? Let me hold on to this stuff and use it.
Yeah, and see, and it takes a certain mind to hang with us for a while to realize what you're listening to. There might be something in there you could use. A lot of people get turned off because they hear me say shit one time, 2 minutes. I can't deal with this shit. I'm out of here. So it's cool. Be on, cool. But they gonna miss the message at the end to where they said, man, I could have been doing that the whole time. Yeah, but the dude said motherfucker twice and you bounced.
Hey, you know where you got me? You got me. You kind of almost embarrassed me a little bit.
What happened?
You said, man, one time you said, y'all out here working for these hot dogs. I said, you know what?
Some 7-Eleven hot dogs, goddamn.
Hey, at least you guys get hot dogs. We don't even get that shit.
Hot dogs, no mustard, no ketchup, nothing. Just straight hot dogs.
I know. Just a bun walking out the store like this is all Uber got.
Oh man.
But hey, when I first started driving and I was getting on YouTube, I didn't see any channels that was really doing it. And I was going to Subway getting a free cookie. I was going there getting a free motherfucking like 6-inch sub because I thought that's what I was working for. I'm like, dude, I get a free sub today. Man, I thought I could fucking buy a foot long. Like, man, I was mad as a motherfucker. My AR was like 98%. I was like getting free cookies and shit.
I was about to learn some Espanol with that Rosetta Stone.
Oh yeah, exactly. I was like, damn, I can do Rosetta.
That's what I was gonna do. That's what I was doing.
That's it, Dalton. That's it, man. I was like, man, I'm sitting there looking at all the options I got. I'm like, ooh, I get a discount on car repairs. Wait, I do my own car repairs.
Hey, it was so bad. I was telling other people about that. Like, get up to 90%, man. You can get all this free stuff, and I'm like, no.
We can go get a hot dog together. Let's go. We can eat it in a parking lot.
Next to the pigeon.
Hot dogs. Man, that's just funny. It was real though, man. And that's the gimmicks they use. It's like a video game to them. So they're, and I think Uber and Lyft, honestly, I think they're run by a bunch of people who probably used to be gamers or are more thought-like gamers because they love to program. They like to play with screens and shit like that. So to them, we're nothing but a video game to them. They're seeing our cars. They're boosting their revenues. They're playing high score. Who can get the most revenue out of a driver today? Let's see what we can do. And to them, it's a video game. They're just gaming us. That's all they're doing.
They're programmers.
I say whoever created them surges is the same person created Pokemon Go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, exactly.
Right there. Fucking Juan Vargas, that mother be jumping fences and shit getting them, man. He got stuck in the game. Juan got stuck in the game, man.
That mother be like, that's who I want to meet. That's who I want to meet, Jeff, is Juan.
Man, Juan Vargas is nuts. Hey, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think he's online right now, but when he gets online, this month, he's got the Model S. So he drove last week for Waste Management. We all drove for Waste Management. This motherfucker made like $4,200 in that Model S last week.
Damn,
really?
That's good,
man. Wait till he get online. He sent me the screenshot. This motherfucker, but he gets a lot of cash rides though. That Model S, he gets a lot of cash rides. Because when people see that car, I'm telling you that shit like the Batmobile. I was like, dude, I like your Model 3, man. I ain't never seen a Model 3 look like that. He was like, it's a S. I was like, no wonder. I was like, man, that's a sick ass Model 3. That motherfucker's clean. As a dude, this is not a 3. This is a S.
Hey, listen, hey Jeff, if you get a chance later on to get on the new 24 Model S, Model 3 is pretty much a Model S on a budget. It's just like the same size of the Model.
That's
Model
what I
3.
want. Yeah. That's what I'm talking. Because them things look like Batmobile, man. Woo, them things are nice.
I cannot.
Hey Jeff, make sure you don't go through Hertz or Avis.
Oh no! Don't do that.
They're gonna sell me a Model S with like 10 G's. They're gonna have no wheels with it, battery missing. Like, dude.
And then they go repo
my house. Yeah, exactly. They go repo and they go send it to my house. I'll be like, dude, thank you, Big Kev. Man. Yeah, so one guy, he was asking what was the Waste. Now, the Waste Management is like the biggest golf course on the West Coast. Every year they got it here in Phoenix, the Waste Management Open. I mean, they got all the stars, and they got the Pro-Am Tour comes with them. So every golf course in Arizona is busy all week. Every golf course is busy because they got the Pro-Am Tour. They got a bunch of professionals, and you're teaming up with amateurs. So I can end up playing with like Tiger Woods. They pair people up all the time. So people from all over the world come for the chance to play golf with their like favorite golfer and stuff like that. And that's what makes it such a big event. And that's why, and it rained this year. So it was rain all week. I didn't drive 3 or 4 days out of the week. I ended up making like, I think $2,600, $2,500 because I was getting like cash rides and everything too. But Juan, he was over 4K. Nick was like 3,700. I think Justice came through with about 3,200. Everybody was making over 3K. I didn't work that many days, and I still was almost at 3K. It was crazy.
I had a bunch of executives here in LA flying to Phoenix for the Waste Management thing, and they were all cash rides. So that week, even with the rain and everything, only on those flights though, because I count them, I had 19 of them. And then all my other cash rides that I had, I think that week was about 5,200, including what I did with Uber.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Just like Doughboy, the way you drive is going to dictate how 2024 is going to go now. Following these apps, picking up the popcorn off the ground like little pigeons is not working for us no more. Because like I said, this phone been sitting here going off the whole time, man. It was $8.25 for like 26 minutes to deliver some GoPuff just closed out. And I'm like, dude, that's like $16 an hour on Valentine's Day. This is a day when people are paying a lot of money to have stuff delivered, paying a lot of money. They're not transferring that money to these drivers out there. And I'm like, this is what we fighting for right now. We're fighting for the transfer of wealth. If you're not transferring us to wealth and you're retaining that wealth, you're destroying the economy of the communities we live in. We need to start buying stuff at these small stores again. We got to support our, gas stations. We got to support our convenience stores. If we don't do that, we lose our infrastructure in our little small neighborhoods. And businesses are going to close down and we're going to become
after I showed that guy.
Yeah.
After I showed that guy, that's what he said. That's exactly what he said. He's like, I am really highly upset with him. I was like, well, that's what they do.
And they kill the economy, and they're destroying smaller cities. The towns that have really small markets are getting hit hardest. You're seeing the mom and pop stores close that don't use DoorDash and Uber Eats and all that. Those little stores are closing because the bigger stores that can afford the percentages to pay, they're getting the more business. Smaller stores can't keep the foot traffic. So it's like either we play with these big boys and we just eat the cost and just barely struggle like us drivers, barely stay afloat. We barely stay afloat. That's the only way we're gonna make it. We're gonna implode. And a lot of us drivers are barely staying afloat right now. It's shit's not cool, man. It's not cool. And I was like, if you don't transfer the profits, we can't do nothing.
There's right. Hey, Jeff, you was talking about insurance. You'd be amazed here in LA how many drivers I've talked to. They told me if they get into an accident or whatever, they don't got the $2,500 for the deductible.
No, that's a lot. Bro, if you got that $2,500, you paying your rent with that. You're not sitting on that shit. It's like, no. So Uber knows they got everybody in a slave position. They know they got you in a position where if you wreck that car, anything happens to you, there's no way you can pay for this. So we don't even have to fix your car. And if I
have a neighbor. I didn't even know he was an Uber driver. He has his little Camry that he uses. That Camry's been sitting in his driveway with one side all smashed up. I didn't even know he was an Uber driver. I
Man.
picked him up to go to the airport the other day, and he looked at me. Goddamn, I didn't know he was. Anyways, long story short, that Camry's been sitting there because he's going back and forward with Uber and all the insurance. He's like, I ain't got no $2,500 to throw on that car. No,
and that's the thing. If we had our own commercial insurance like Jamil has, he's only got $100 deductible. We can come up with $100. We could do that.
Yeah, I have a commercial insurance, but
buy that in the couch.
Yeah.
The reason why I have like some sort of a commercial insurance is because on my wife's side of the family, we run a daycare, and there are a couple of vehicles in the family that are under the daycare's name. So if we need to move any of the kids or whatever, that vehicle, it doesn't require it, but the commercial insurance makes sense for them 2 vehicles. So we added a couple other vehicles, including my my Model 3 and my Santa Model S. I don't use my Santa Model S, but it's a little trick that we're playing. But that's why I have a commercial insurance. Yeah,
smart thinking. We just got Photography just jumped in line. What's good, brother?
Hey Jeff, I'm gonna catch up with you later. I gotta do a couple other things. It was nice talking to you guys.
Nice
hey, listen,
you, brother.
Keep on doing what you're doing, though. Keep on doing what you're doing. I'm trying to find more time to post videos on my channel, though. But you keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing a good thing, man.
What's your channel name? What's your channel name?
It's called the Rideshare Experience.
The Rideshare Experience.
Okay. Yep. All right, I'll look it up.
So everybody sub the Rideshare Experience. We'll be seeing videos drop soon. Let's see it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, you keep doing what you do, Jeff. You got a good one, okay?
Oh, thank you, brother. Hey, you be easy out there, brother.
All right.
Hey, I'm about to check up out of here too. Hey, y'all make sure.
All right, boy.
Hey, make sure Uber doesn't buy y'all the hot dogs, man. Y'all buy your own hot dogs.
Oh no, man! I got the popcorn. I got the popcorn off the ground.
I'm gonna get Doughboy a shirt that says "Buy your own hot dog." I'm gonna get you
there
a shirt.
There you go. Hey, make it for me. I'm purchase it. I got you.
Write it down right now. Buy your own hot dog. I'm writing that shit down right now. I like that. All right,
we got something there.
All right,
hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
I'll check with y'all later.
The shirt gonna say "Buy your own hot dog ride share." That's all it's gonna say up under the bottom.
Hey, that's good enough. That's good enough.
Buy your own hot dog ride share. All right, brother. We gonna see you.
All right, y'all take care now.
All right, brother.
Hey, Jeff. I'm gonna catch you later, man. I'm gonna go through the car wash, clean up the beast. I'm gonna probably do a ride for my brother-in-law tonight. His anniversary is today, so I got to get the baby cleaned up. I asked him if he wanted to use the big boy or the little boy. He said the little boy.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you know, my Lexus is good to go. I got the 460.
Oh yeah, get it, brother. Hey, get that money, my man. Shoot.
All right, man. Santa Claus out.
All right, Santa Claus out, brother. See. All right.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's Photography? What's good? Yeah, Robert Reed walked in. Photography, what's good with you, brother?
Man, you're doing a great job here, guys. I mean, you guys, I'm not in the rideshare, thing.
The rideshare space, yeah.
But I know what you guys go through. I have buddies in LA that are, Uber drivers, and they tell me all the time, man, what's going on? So I've been promoting the protest on I have a photography channel on YouTube.
Oh, okay? Nice. And, that's what's up.
Yeah, and I've just been promoting the gig workers and my friends on Uber and wow, man, dude, you gotta.
Hey, thank you, brother.
Going on over here, bro.
Hey, what you got to do, Photography? You got to get with some of those drivers up there, help them get some nice shots for their cars, man. They got business cars they got to make. Give them some nice car shots. Put them on the front of business cars, because that's what I do with mine. Like this is my business card here, but I know you do way better photography than that. Like I said, you can do some amazing photography to get these cars on these cards. So, man, I think it's a big. You can help people make money, because the more attractive cards, the people remember that stuff.
Man, this thing.
Can I say this really quick? Because you just said that, Jeff, he didn't come in here saying, well, I got a paper towel channel. He came in here with photography, knowing that you take the pictures. We got people with channels like yours. Now, with the strike, if this guy shows up to take the pictures of them striking, like, let's say at the corporate building, and it looks that way, because this dude said, hey, Associated Press. That's what I'm saying. Man.
Press, yeah. And you got to get those good, like, wartime pictures, man. Get the passion in somebody's face, man. Be like, like, get them pictures, man. Because and let the news channels buy it all for you, man. This is historic. We got a worldwide protest going on. This is global. A global protest going on in 2024.
Man, this
And
unity that I see from the Uber community on YouTube and the
yeah,
Lyft community, it's just so beautiful to witness. We don't have the same thing over at the photography genre on YouTube. A
yeah,
lot of back and
a lot
forth,
of
this and that.
competitiveness. Yeah.
But this Uber thing that I'm witnessing from the outside looking in, you guys
Mhm.
are just united, and I hope you guys get to wherever you want to
Oh, thank
go.
you, brother. Thank you, brother. Definitely,
'Cause
man. Like I said, I'm gonna definitely sub your channel because I want you to get out there and snap because we're gonna have more protests. I want
yeah,
you to get out there and snap some of these pictures, send them into the news channel. I want
What's
them
yeah.
to
this
buy
channel's
your
name
picture.
again? What's this channel's name?
Vahography.
Bahography.
Vahography.
I don't know how to
Biography.
put names on people's things.
Jeff, could I use this 1 minute thing
Yeah,
as an actual clip on my thing? Can I use what he just said and what you just said as a 1 minute clip on my
yeah.
channel? Because
Go
I
for it.
like that. And brother, I'm gonna be subscribing and going and check out your stuff, man. Because
Thank you, brother.
yeah, you can have a really good foot in
Yeah,
this gig space that we got to help some some people out. It's all
yeah,
about visuals and image too. And if you got people with that same passion, that's how you get the movement going.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You got to get
Bro,
everybody in line to want to help.
yeah,
I'm telling you right now, I tried Uber like 2 days back in, I think 2 years ago. And I was like, what the hell's going on here, man? I'm using my car, my tires, my gas, and I'm not even getting paid like that much.
yep,
Like what the
yep,
hell is going on? And now that I see the pay now, it's like ridiculous, man. These companies, man, they're making
yeah.
billions off the backs of you guys, and it's not right.
Oh
And
yeah.
the same thing with photography. I mean, we're gig workers too.
Yep,
It's
you're right. It's contract
so,
work, man. And I
yeah,
mean,
Contracting.
one photograph you guys take could be 200, but the next one could be 10,000. You don't know what
yeah,
the mother
Exactly.
load's going to be. And
yeah.
photography is a very competitive industry. But like I said, with you being linked into who we are, dude, get to these protests, man. Get to these protests. And I think Tiger right here says, hey, what? Thank you for the super chat. Next protest, St. Patrick's Day. So start ramping up for the next protest. If we can do it on St. Patty's Day, get out there. We'll be doing cash rides, get in people's faces, see the passion of these protests, arguing everything. I mean, get that shit and send that into the news. Be like, listen, this is the face of a family fighting to keep their apartment. This is the face of what they really look like. They're looking at us like tools. We're just numbers to them. Get these faces, get these emotions, get these tears on these people outside yelling about how they beat their car into the ground and they can't afford the $2,500 deductible. This is what needs to be seen. Picture tell
Brother,
1,000
I
words.
will share that all over. I will share that 10,000 times more than what I already put up. I'll flood the market with it, brother.
Yes, because Robert Reese is Hot Facts. Hot Facts is the official news station of the gig economy. I say that everybody knows that. He's the official news station of the gig economy. He does all genres. He does delivery, food, he does real life, he does music, he does social stuff, he does government, political, conversation. So for Robert Reese to be on this live stream, to me, it's major. It's major to me because this guy is somebody who would take, like you said, images and everything you do from your channel. And he has a much broader audience than I got. I mean, this dude, Robert Reese is running 2-3 million views on shit all the time. The dude's his shorts go viral nonstop. No matter where he touches stuff on Facebook, Instagram, he touches stuff on TikTok. Whatever he touches is going to go nuts. So when I tell you, when you take pictures of the faces of these people fighting for this money, somebody who's upset that they got to move out of their apartment because of Uber and Lyft screwed them over, Robert Reese would take that and run with it. What we just witnessed with CNN, with Routers, with Business Insider, all of these people are emailing all of us. These are international news organizations saying, what's going on with this protest? We're like, we're just small YouTubers. They're like, no, you're dealing with international news agencies now. Sergio and a professor somehow got in touch with all these massive organizations. And like, I have email addresses to the senior editor at Business Insider, Jacob, in my phone now. I got all these people, and I'm like, who are these people? It's like, dude, these are international news. And Sergio's just funneling all of these, and these people are emailing us and texting us. And I'm like, who are these people?
Hey, can I give Sergio his flowers right now? I know I said that, Sergio. I know that I said that, and it's all, it's entertainment. I said you look like the greeter at the Italian, the parlor. That's all fun and games, G.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you do, you actually do it, and you do it the way that's comfortable for you. I understand, and what you do for the community. I just want to let you know that I understand what you do, and you have that space. And
There you go,
like he just said, the professor also, I understand your space. The problem is we got people with spaces like this that somehow still want to hold it all in for themselves. If they just help the next person that might be not even close to them, but making them steps, those people they might reach the other people to make them get involved more so that then the real thing can happen. You know what I mean? I just wish that but they can't because of who they are able to speak to and have conversations with on the record, off the record. They have to hold things and be loyal to what they say in them small rooms or on those little personal feeds that they doing. Now, I just wish whatever they can sprinkle out, if there's someone that really wants to follow your way, but they say we can do that, but make it grow, but get everybody involved because everyone can see it because of my impact, I think that would be great. We need that to go with a protest also. You know what I mean?
Yep. And that's what I say, man.
It's funny. You guys get hate comments too, right here. Look at.
All I do is
but Jeff is the king. Jeff right here is the king.
People. They don't understand me. I don't give a fuck about these people. It's like they think they could just come on my channel talking shit. I'll kick them off my channel for eternity. Fuck them. When they make a new username, I'll kick them off again. Fuck them. They can take that energy somewhere else.
That's why we can't use Jeff. Jeff is so cool and down to earth. He's so cool and down to earth. It don't make sense. They be like, "Oh, anti-black." No. So they instantly.
They don't know me like that. I don't treat people like that, but they try to treat me like that. So I kick them out of my fucking room. I don't do that to people.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing, man, because what I do is I listen to your podcast sometimes and I try to like use whatever you're preaching on there with sales and business and all this stuff and put it into my business. So you necessarily don't have to be an Uber driver to get something out of your channel.
Yeah, right. Because like I said, I used to be a corporate guy, and I use that corporate education I got from everybody to kind of walk through life with it. We walk through life with this education to help. We treat all of our houses as independent companies, and we got a profit so we can pay these bills. That's what we do.
Yeah. So, man, when I came upon Thorsten's channel, that guy's so animated, man.
Man. Hey, he's like the white version of me, or I'm like the black version of him. There's something in there. We both got a lot of passion. Yeah. And I think Sergio's the data-driven guy. He likes to look at the numbers. He's very meticulous. He needs to see numbers. We have the passion. We wear our hearts on our sleeve. We bleed for people. We hurt for people. We take a lot of swords for people. Sergio's more like, let me go in the back and I'm gonna create a bomb and blow these motherfuckers. And it's like we're just out front. And so I understand Taurus, and I get him.
Yeah, both those guys are in LA. I should hit them up. And you're not in LA. You're in Phoenix, right?
Yeah, I'm in Phoenix. Yep.
That's cool, man.
So yeah, man. But I appreciate you coming on Vahography, man. Like I said, everybody sub that channel Vahography. We're gonna see if we can get you to get out there to some of these protests for us. Get some pictures, man. Something for Routers, something for Associated Press. See what you can do, brother.
Sounds good, man. Hey, man. Well, thanks for having me on. I just wanted to share the love here on Valentine's Day.
Brother, most def.
And guy that's in the photography genre is with the drivers in this protest. So I wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you, brother.
And just keep on rocking and rolling, man. Don't listen to anybody. And I love it. I turned on ABC yesterday, and on ABC News, I saw Uber protest. I was like, damn, this thing really went global, man. That was great.
Global. I'm like, what the hell did Professor just do? Between him and Sergio, I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, it's all of you guys. It's all of you guys. Like every little bit helps, and even me and you, and I mean, all these smaller channels. I mean, that's
brother. You can, like I said, you can participate in it. You've got the equipment. You can open. And I mean, like I said, if you participate in it, you do it. This also takes care of you. Our protest can help take care of you as well as it's taking care of other drivers. This is for everybody that's involved in supporting drivers' families. If you support drivers' families, you can get involved in this. You don't have to be a driver. You don't even have to be a rider. You could be just a photographer, taking pictures, some great shots, getting them out there in the media, getting them around on social media, because people will take them and make memes out of them. You'll be famous out of this. This is a worldwide protest right now. There is no main photographer doing it. We're using camera phones with this shit. You've got the equipment to really get it done. So
just one story before I take off.
All right, let's hear it, brother.
From my Uber friend. He's an Uber driver.
Okay.
So he's Armenian. He's an Uber driver in LA. He shares all these stories with me. But the one thing he hates,
there we go.
The one thing he hates that customers do is ping a short ride. Once they get in the car, change the ride to 30 miles in traffic.
Yes.
And he complains about that shit all
without
the
even
time.
asking us.
without asking. He just changes it. Hey, mind if I change the location? I did something by mistake. And he's like, dude, get the hell out of here, bro. I'm
Yeah,
not
like,
going 40 miles in traffic to take you somewhere.
yep,
So
exactly.
that's one thing he hates, man. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
guys, keep on rocking and rolling,
All right,
and
Biography.
with
Thank
you
you,
guys
brother.
100%.
All right, my man. Appreciate you, brother. You be easy out there.
All right, brother.
All right, brother. Everybody sub that channel. I'll type it in here again.
All right.
What up, Big
Yeah,
Kev?
type that up there. I'm gonna go ahead and check them out. Because somebody like that, Jeff, I'm like, man, photography, getting a visual, like you said, the pain. You know, you got
Magazine level.
that driver that's holding that sign, and
Yeah,
they just upset with their mouth open, and you
we
see
need
the
that.
sweat drop with the hair.
We need that.
You gotta film. You gotta
'Cause we're
film that,
people.
G, because
We people.
we're people.
Yeah, and we
It's
got passion.
worldwide. It's
Yep.
worldwide though. But I
Yep.
only have one
Yeah.
question, and I'm gonna go ahead and hop on off. And I only want to ask you this.
Let's
So
go.
I want to ask you this. You're the only person I want to ask this because I want the most realist answer from this right here. If people are going to strike, and I want everybody out there who are listening right now, I want you to think of your level on where you are in the game, on what you are doing. Let's say if you are a driver and you are fully engaged and coming and interacting with Jeff, and you out there getting yours in, you're doing all this other stuff. Think about the levels on where you are in the game. Are you fully in? Are you like, you know what? I'm almost there. I may be here, but right here, I'm just peeping the game and just taking what people say, and I'll just do whatever. Think about where you are. Now, think about where you are on a protest level to help everybody else out there. I want you guys to think about this. On a protest level, are you willing to cross the line? While you got picketers who are on your side telling you, we will not like you the same, are you willing to cross the line in front of them? Think about the protest level now.
Right.
And if you think about the protest level on that point, which one of those people are willing to go bang on the corporate door and get arrested and go to jail for everybody else out there? So my question is this, and I only want to hear this from Mike Drop BBQ. Why do we not have a coalition of people at the corporate building protesting while the strike is actually going on?
I think honestly, a lot of us don't even live near a corporate building. Some of us probably do live in those corporate buildings, but for the people that live near them, I think it would get a little hostile. In my opinion, it would get a little hostile because, and I say don't go near the corporate building because I know we're very passionate. We're heated. We got people with totaled out cars. We got people with bad credit. We got people living with other people because of these fucking apps. Is real shit. And if anybody was to show up at that corporate building and walk out that corporate building, I don't know, man. I wouldn't. We've seen a lot in recent years of people, you know, getting in somebody's face and then people start attacking and people start swinging and fighting. And next thing you know it can get pretty crazy. So even having that going that far to a corporate building is probably not where we want to be. I wouldn't want to be there because people would like to agitate. You don't know who would even come into that crowd, infiltrate themselves in that crowd and say, I'm going to do something stupid. And it's going to be blamed on all these drivers. Because we've seen a lot of peaceful protests going on and people embed themselves in a protest who aren't really protesting. Yeah. They're just there because of the chaos. And then they do something stupid like burn the fucking auto zone. And now it's blamed on all the drivers that something happened when it had nothing to do with the drivers. So I would say drivers, stay away from those corporate buildings. Protest how we know how. You know, decline and recline. Keep the apps flooded all day. Oh, yeah. Go to airports. Talk to riders. That's who we're trying to appease for the riders. So we go talk to the riders. That's where our money's coming from. We get too congregated in front of a place like a corporate office, you will have infiltrators in there. It could be somebody just trying to set us up. You could have somebody infiltrate, and it's not going to look good for a lot of drivers. Anytime we talk about a protest, it's going to be overshadowed by what these infiltrators just did. It could even be a driver saying, oh, I hate these protests. I hate these protests. I'm going to go to the protest and do something stupid. And they do it at the corporate office, and it overshadows all of the work that we put in. What up, Professor, my brother? Like I said,
well, see, that's what I was getting into there too, on the levels of where your protest game is, because we already know that, you know, some of the most peaceful people on earth still have a security team, and like we go try to filter out as much as we can. But see, we got people that will say we will meet up for a gig con, and I'm just using the food side for an example. We got people that will meet up for a gig con
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To meet up there, but they want to fight for legislation, but won't even go to the Capitol building. You see what I mean? So
Yep.
that's why I was saying the levels of, what level are you with this protest thing now? I do agree that on these major holidays, the ride share, not food. Food, you guys don't have no get out the room. This ain't a conversation for y'all. Y'all get out the
Food
room.
got a
This
little
is
bit to
not
it.
for no food.
Food
This
got a
is
little bit
not for
to
no
it. Yeah.
food. Yeah,
Yeah.
get out the room. If
Yep.
the ride share people do these strikes or boycotts on all of the major, not even what you think is major holiday, just go to your Google and type in and just add in holidays on your calendar and look at how much pops up there. So when you know what's popping up there and you boycott these certain major days, not in the world, look at America, you can have an impact because these people are trying to get to these special occasions. And if they can't get there, then you really hurt it. So I think the ride share got something going on there.
Yep.
Make them hurt on the greatest days. Make them hurt. And all I'm
Yep.
saying
And that's
is
right.
keep doing what
Like I
you're
said,
doing, bro.
the professor, thank you, brother. Thank you. The professor gave us an assignment and we went for that assignment. We jumped on it. And a lot of people out there don't realize, it was hard for a lot of people to give up this day so many times in the past. But we said we need to save up money. We've got to get out there. We've got to save up money. And once we saved up enough money, we could afford the protest. He gave us 2 months to do this. So we put it out there a long time. We put it out there. And I'm glad that a lot of people took it seriously. And a lot of people are really fighting for drivers' families and fighting for a share of the profits. We're fighting for that. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Professor. I appreciate that, brother. Like I said, man, we got that Zulu warrior energy over here, man. We're not going to sit here and take this no more. And I'm glad you put your integrity on the line. CNN knows about this. I saw it on CNN. We got it on Reuters. We've got it on Associated Press. We've got it on Business Insider. It's on every local news station in almost every city that I've ever looked at on YouTube. You put your integrity on the line for all of us. This is on you. All of this around you, this whole worldwide protest, one of the biggest protests I've ever seen. You put your integrity on the line for all of us. Any country you go to knows who Torsten is when it comes to rideshare. No matter what country you go to, you did this for a lot of people. And I know, you're pulling Sergio in, you're pulling me, and you're getting rideshare trips. You're getting a lot of us involved in it. But you put yourself in the front. You Zulu, you Shaka Zulu this shit. You put yourself right in the front of every line of fire that could ever come. And you said, I'm willing to stand in front for all these drivers. And we all said, we got your back. We got your back. We the 300. Let's go.
Yeah.
What up, Big Kev?
Yeah. So, I'm out here soaring with the Eagles, watching pigeons take popcorn, man. Freaking declining and reclining.
Yep.
I'd just like to say, thanks to you and the professor, man. True freaking rideshare warriors, freaking help. I mean, you've seen it all morning with people coming on and saying, hey, thank you for, I was a high AR driver, and I'll admit it, man, I was 100% AR.
Yeah.
And freaking, I was like, man, my bottom line is just way up there. I was doing oil changes about every other week.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's just something that's not right. I'm doing something wrong.
It gets expensive too. If you don't do it yourself, it gets expensive.
I was doing something wrong. So I'm like, well, then I joined a Facebook freaking thing here for Uber drivers in Phoenix. And every time I post like, hey man, I had $60 in 1 hour. Oh, don't post that. Freaking people freaking think you can do good here. We don't want that. I'm like, what the fuck?
But the reason why I post what we make and how well we do is for the people that's not doing well to say, how did you do that? And I'll say, we'll show you. It's you just got to be a little smarter. You got to decline all the trash. Don't allow them to play you like a slave. Don't allow that. Because when you allow that, they're going to keep sending that to you. So I love when I see drivers doing well because it's hope. It gives people hope. People are losing their houses, man. People can't pay. I mean, there's people not paying their phone bills and their electric bills. Without a phone bill, you can't work. Yeah. So if we show you, I can get you outside today, and in 3-4 hours or whatever fuel is in your tank, what's left in there, you can make enough money to cover your phone bill, at least for today. Now, tomorrow, let's go out and do more profit rides. If you got to move, and that's on Professor. Like I downloaded Professor's video or his course last year, and I did a video on this course and everything. I did it last year, and I told people, if you want to create your own private business, that course alone will give you all the intricacies of basically how to set up a website, how to market yourself, how to, create, your own private client base, what to do with that client base, because he's somebody who's tried and tested he's tried and tested all of his processes. So when I tell people that course is an investment, you go pay $100,000 to go to college. I bet you pay $50 to the professor, you're going to make more with that $50 investment than what you pay with that college degree investment. And it's just, I'd rather pay the 50 and invest in that. And I did. I put the 50 in. I got my car together. I got a lot together. I've done more private rides after watching this course than before, because I had to learn how to do it.
And then, like I said, I was one of those high-hour drivers. And then I was like, man, I'm still just doing something wrong in this Facebook group. That they're not helping at all.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let's see what YouTube. Somebody always does something with YouTube. Maybe I can get some hints from there. So then up comes Uber Jeep AZ.
Yeah.
And here I am watching you just freaking decline, taking a short ride here, taking a short ride there. And I was like, I come from the old school mentality of being a truck driver. If they ain't spinning, you ain't winning.
Yeah.
And I watched your freaking channel with a fine tooth comb, man. I was looking for something wrong and I could not find it. You know what I mean? That's how, I was watching your hours, I was watching your clock. I was watching them. I was adding up the miles and everything. And you know what? Couldn't find anything wrong, but saw a hell of a lot going right.
Oh, and yeah. It's profit driven, man. It's profit
driven. That's why when I give out super chats to you, because you turn my life around as far as this community goes, man. Freaking.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Like I said, you mentioned me in a video one time. I went from 6 subscribers. Now I got 35 subscribers,
Man.
Shit jumped like overnight and shit.
Yeah, and then, man. Because people want true information. They want the truth. They want to know. They don't want the fluff and all that. Like I tell people, when I start my videos, I have no gimmicks. I get right into it. And I don't even say, hey, let's get into it. I just get into it because people want the truth. Even on my repair videos, I get right into it. I don't have a lot of conversation about it. I know people say, well, you talk a lot. When it's time to work, I work. I don't talk when I work. I'm working. I'm busy. And that's how I am when I do my videos. That's how I am when I'm working on the car, everything. When I'm explaining something and going through the logic of it, we'll have the conversation. It's like chatting over tea or something like that. But when it's time to get it on video, I'm right, because nobody wants to see gimmicks and tricks and all this. We laugh and we joke about certain stuff that happens, but you want to see, how can I be profitable? I'm used to dealing with executives. My executives say, keep it simple, stupid. They used to say that. When you walk in the room, tell me, how much is it going to cost me and how much am I going to make? They don't want to know all the other shit. Hey, people are going to love it and they're going to do this and they're going to dance around it every day and they don't want to know all that. How much is it going to cost me and how much am I going to make? They want to they're right to it. And I was educated by these people my whole corporate career. So when I do my videos, I'm right to it. That's just how it is. I'm like, I'm going to show you guys how hard it is to scout, how you got to have the patience. The rides will come. I don't just show the good. Hey, look at my weekly and look at this one good banger. I show the garbage. I show sitting in the parking lot. I show wiping my car down. I show how much gas I'm putting in at the pump. You need to know how this job really goes. And for the people that think it's quick money, it's not quick money. It's patient money. The patient, just like Warren Buffett said, wealth is for the patient. If you're patient, you're going to get wealthy. Here's the professor. Hold up for a second. Let me add the professor in there.
Yeah.
What up, Mr. Torsten?
Hey,
how
Torsten.
You doing, brother?
I couldn't feel better, and I appreciate the #1 Shaka Zulu warrior. I love you guys.
I love you, brother. Love you, brother.
Wow.
Hey, man.
I got your T-shirts. I'm handing them out at the protest at 11:30. We're going over to San Francisco for a live feed. All going to be peaceful. Like you said, don't do any stupid shit out there, drivers. Be peaceful. We want to go out with a good reputation, right?
Yes, exactly.
Totally agree with that.
I mean, because you set this up perfectly for us, man. Like I said, this is global. No matter where I go on the internet for like the past 2 or 3 days, it's been nothing except the protests. Yeah. I told everybody, this is different. I felt it. I said, man, this is different. It's something different about this one. Oh, protests never work. Strikes never work. I said, no, this is different. I don't know, man. This is different. The energy of the drivers, everybody just started like coming together, just like, wow.
Jeff, a little bit behind the scenes, right? So I reached out to you. I reached out to Sergio, but at the same time, I wrote a long letter to all the associations, organizations, and unions about 5 weeks ago. And I said, listen, let's not be splintered here. Let's work together. You all collaborate on the day. You all put in your press releases. You all put in your efforts. And can you imagine how many people we will reach if we actually work together? And that was the beautiful thing about this. I didn't dream in my wildest dreams, I didn't think it would be, you know, on every news channel. And you
across
said
the
same.
globe.
I was watching your feed. Did we know that this is going to go viral like this? No, but it was that energy. And everybody tapped into that energy and they wanted to be part of it. Of course, there are going to be a couple of desperados, ants, and as you call them, pigeons.
Yeah.
You can't help the pigeons, man. They're never going to be eagles. They're never going to be big giant eagles. You know, you want to soar up and you want to raise the bar. We can't work for crumbs, Jeff. We can't work for peanuts. I'm sorry.
You're right. You're right. And like I said, and just you fought for us for so many, even back, you know, when I started driving, you know, back in 19, you were one of the first channels I saw. And I just saw like you have never not been fierce about how the apps have treated the drivers. You have never said, I'm cool with the apps. Everything's good. You've always said, and it's only gotten worse and worse and worse. And you kept telling people, warning people, if we do not come together, this is going to get worse. And exactly like you said, it's progressively gotten worse because nobody's coming together. That's why I think this one's different.
You know, people, and I'm going to put this video in my feed as well. But, you know, the reason why your channel is doing so well and why it's taking off, because you're not afraid to speak the truth. You see, there's a lot of people tiptoeing around the issues and afraid to talk about the issues. You have to be able to talk about real things. And reality is, my friends, if you look at the last 3 years, the graph goes like this. It's down. And for them, it goes like this. And isn't it surprising that today, because they were flooded with all the with all the Valentine's news, I mean, it was everywhere, they go and announce the $7 billion buyback to try and override our efforts, but it's still there. It's on every single page.
Yep. And I was always one of those people that really, I'm trying to get this thing right. I don't know how to do this thing, man. I'm still kind of.
You designed this nice T-shirt, Jeff.
Oh yeah. I like that, man. Uber and Lyft still spare tips.
I'm handing them out today.
I know, and like I said, that D-Day, you gave us so much energy. Your energy is behind all of these designs.
I've got the funniest story for you. So yesterday in Santa Monica, I go and have a coffee, right, in this big coffee house. I walk in with this T-shirt, and the barista looks at me and she says, "How can you protest love?" And I said, "Sweetheart, I just turned around and I showed her the back. Drivers deserve dollars." And she said, "Now I understand."
Yeah, yep, exactly. She know what D-Day is all about now. That's the day we hitting the ground. D-Day is when we touch the ground. Hey, and like I said, you set it up perfectly. And I don't know what you did, what Sergio did, but for this thing to be an international outlets, it's an international media outlets. It's not the same. And I think a lot of drivers are right now who doubted it are scratching their heads right now going, what the fuck just happened, man? This shit's all over the world. What the hell just happened?
But there's a bigger thing that's actually happened, because it's actually just, you know, in 2023, I think we were nice. We were asking. We were nice. We were asking. In 2024, there's no more being nice, right? We have to be a little bit, you know, we can always be peaceful, but we have to be a little bit more aggressive with our style. So, you know, this is a movement. This is a protest number one. And those other cities like Seattle, the country of France, New York, they had to protest multiple times to get their deals, right?
Yes.
But you know, if we work with councilmen, councilwomen, legislators, senators, congressmen, and we remind them monthly, hey, we here and we still haven't seen any improvement. They need our vote, Jeff. There's millions of us. They need our vote. So I think they've all paid very close attention to all the media. I mean, it's everywhere. It's Vegas.
I think they woke up. A lot of doubters woke up. I think they really woke up because the protests, like a lot of people say, well, it's not going to work. You need I'm like, you don't need 100% of the drivers.
Exactly.
You need 100% of the attention. That's it.
Exactly.
And every media outlet is focused on this. Uber and Lyft is trying to come back with this whole drivers are getting paid. They're throwing chess match. They're just playing a chess match. Oh, they're getting paid. They're just complaining. They're getting paid. It's a chess match. And I think you checkmated them. You really checkmated the shit out of them with this protest. There's nothing they can do right now. This is worldwide. It's spread. It's spread.
And drive, you know, the funny thing is they think that drivers are stupid, man. They believe we are stupid and we actually going to buy the 70% nonsense, or we're going to buy this mid-30 nonsense.
Yeah.
Listen, we can do the basic math. We're not dumb, Mr. Koshashawi. We're not dumb, Mr. Rusha. We're not dumb, Mr. Tony Zoo. Right? We went to school. We do the basic math. 1 and 1 is 2. End of story. Right? So don't try and bullshit and spin it in 55 different directions. Rewarm it in the microwave oven and hope that you have another dish that we're gonna swallow. Ain't gonna happen.
No, and that's what they just did yesterday, because I think Dara came out and said the reason why drivers are getting paid less is because insurance went up 20%. But didn't he just say drivers are getting paid 30% more? So how can he say drivers are getting paid 30% more, but yesterday say, well, drivers are getting paid less because insurance went up 20%? I'm like, he just said two different things. Common core.
Yeah,
I know.
new math.
That's dictator Dara. Yeah, exactly. Dictator Dara. I know. It's like that math though. And Sergio, like I said, Sergio's a math wizard. When you put numbers in front of Sergio, he's the analytical version of everything. Like I tell everybody, you and I, we're passionate. We wear our hearts in our sleeve.
True.
And you know, there's a way that we present our information that it just comes out. There's no script. It just comes out. Exactly. Sergio is he's more calculated. And that's why he's the balance to everything.
Crazy with his graphs and numbers sometimes, but at the end of the day, you know, he amplified this, and I bump heads with Sergio. Like I definitely don't agree with.
I know.
You know,
and I've seen you say some words about him. I've seen because and Darren needs to know you and Sergio do not see eye to eye on a lot of things, but that's what you need when you balance something out. If you have a balanced and fair debate, you got to have somebody on both sides.
But you know, I know the gentleman in the room. Sorry, who's the gentleman in the room? What's your name?
Oh, this is Kevin.
Big on Kev.
Nice to meet you. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you, but Kevin, the basics, right? The pay. So the low pay. That's why people are protesting. Safety. I'm sorry, but why do these people have emojis and fake names still? And they've promised us 1,000 times, right?
Exactly.
And then the wrong deactivations where drivers get thrown under the bus. And have to fight for weeks and weeks and weeks to try and get the account back. I mean, these are real issues we're fighting for. We're not dreaming them up, Dara. You know, they're real.
Because if somebody's going out and they just put $2,500 down on a deposit to rent an apartment and they get deactivated the next day for no reason, no investigation, no reason. That's fear. That's fear in your heart. You just put a deposit down on your apartment and you got deactivated the next day for you don't even know why. It can't be like that. We got to stop with that because it's putting people in a predicament where they get super frustrated. And when you get frustrated, you get nervous, you get scared, you don't make good decisions. Exactly. And these are drivers with kids. They got families moving into these apartments. They got, they're enroll these kids in school in this new community. Next day they're deactivated for a lie.
Yeah, and then to compensate, they're putting in these extra 2, 3, 4 hours, which takes them again away from their families and their kids. But because of their anxiety and stress and trying to live up to their family, the pressure on these individuals is off the hook. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's no compassion, no understanding, no support for this real issue. This is like a disease, man. They've created this disease.
And that's the thing. I don't know. Oh, Rod says Trickster's in the building. My man, that's your buddy right there. Trickster just walked in the building.
Hey, you better bring your Dodge. You better bring your Dodge down to LAX. Right.
So I'm gonna. As a matter of fact, and I first of all, Torsten and I, Jeff, Torsten and I go way back. I mean, he did my first video and got me on YouTube when I had my other car that I raced, which was another Dodge down in MDR, Marina Del Rey.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm very, very choosy with my friends, and Torsten is someone I have a lot of respect for him. He's a great advocate for drivers. But let me see. I don't know if I can flip this or not. But if you want to know what he wants me to bring down to LAX today,
is it that maroon car, like a burgundy car or something like that?
Yeah,
I think I saw that, man. Don't bring that to Phoenix because I'm gonna have to trade all my cars for that, man. I'm gonna have to give up all my cars for that car.
Okay, well, I can't flip the camera because
I think we should all come together in Phoenix and bring our cars and have like a little hangout there.
Yeah,
okay.
Man,
So, all right, I'm gonna throw it up, but I got to do it with this way. I can't flip the camera, but this is gonna be down in LAX tomorrow.
Man.
Man.
Woo, is that a SRT?
That is a GT supercharged with a RIP supercharger at 560 horsepower, runs about 5 and a quarter mile.
Wow.
And that is the only street legal NHRA race car that is on the Lyft platform anywhere in California.
And it's on the Lyft platform. Are you crazy? Dude,
No,
I'm
that's
gonna ride
my
with
Lyft.
you. I'm flying in to ride with you.
Yeah, and you know the funny thing about it is, you know, when Torsten brought this up about safety and about better pay, I went out when Professor told me, hey, you know, we're going to do this. I went out and I started doing some drives. I started doing some videos. I started collecting some info. If you go back and look at why I started the strike and, you know, why I think their earnings tracker is a scam. Did you know, by the way, in California, they tips are not counted as income. It's separate income. Neither is search. But now, since this whole movement has started,
70%, yeah.
Well, ready for this? It's 70% after Lyft takes their 20, 30, or 40%. Surge is now considered a bonus, but the passengers are not paying for surge. But they're saying we're getting 70% of what the passenger is paying. Passenger isn't paying for that surge. The surge is AI generated, okay?
Yeah.
But they're counting that surge as part of the passenger pay, so they're not paying any money. And I've been trying to figure out a way to put that out there.
Yeah,
it's a lie. It's a sham.
Number. Yeah, it's a numbers game right there. Yeah.
But you know,
So-
Jeff touched on something very important about 10, 15 minutes ago. Insurance, right? So they buy the insurance bulk, right? I mean, they're like a franchisee. They get reduced rates and they're selling it to us for an upprice. So here we are getting our own insurance, have a $2,500 deductible with these idiots, and then they're still gouging us on the insurance, which appears an external fee.
Exactly.
Right. And then the calculations only start happening after the external fees. No, those external fees are real. They come out of our account.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, not only that, but when Harry did that interview with Mr. Risher, and that's being polite. You heard him say straight up, hey, we only take 9 cents a mile. So why, if they're only taking 9 cents a mile and I do a 10-mile trip, and I did one because I wanted to see what it was all about. So I did a 10-mile trip. I took someone, you know, I just wanted to see it. They took out $9 in fees. Now,
wow.
If it was 10 miles, that should have been 90 cents. So where did the other $8.10 in external fees go? Plus a $3 charge for Lyft fees. So and they charged them originally $21. So it went down to $12. I think it was $12.22. I made $12.44 because I had a surge on it.
Yeah.
The problem with the surge though is now they're counting the surge as a bonus income, not surge income. So I'm gonna use Torsten's old line. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's bullshit. It's just another way
That's exactly what it is.
to get drivers to go, wow, these guys are coming around. I'm gonna go out and make some money. No, you ain't. The longer you drive, the less money you're gonna make.
It's diminishing marginal returns.
You know, I mean, again, look at this ride. Okay, I don't know how well you guys can see it or not, because I can't see it.
Hold on, let me open it up some. Let me open this up. I gotta see this. Look at this.
Okay, you can see it's got two-tone leather interior and stuff. I mean, like I said, it's hard to tell what you guys are looking at.
Your car.
Okay,
crazy.
Okay, here's the interior, and Torsten, does that little tip box look familiar? Flashing in the middle.
Tip box.
Yeah, my friend of mine, rideshare professor, said, you know, you might want to put one of those in your car 6 years ago. That's the original box. Then let's get into the back real quick. So there's your back, the back seat. And the interesting thing about this is Lyft and Uber do not consider this a luxury car or a performance luxury sedan. And the funny thing about it
is just base like mine. Yep.
But the odd thing about it, and thanks for that close up, Jeff.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
The Dodge Charger is built. Let me rephrase that. The Chrysler 300 is built
Yeah.
on the Dodge Charger chassis. So, except from the external look of the car, interior, headroom, shoulder room, hip room, leg room they're identical. From the dashboard back, everything is interchangeable, and I have 0.1 square feet more in my trunk, which means you can throw in an extra pair of shoes if you take a Charger and not a 300.
And still get base pay.
Take it out of the sun.
I'm telling you, man.
Riders must get nervous getting into that car, right? They think they going on a Daytona race.
I'm gonna keep it legit, but I've had a couple of bigger, larger denominations dropped into that tip jar to make sure we got there a little quicker than we should have. But oh, you know what? Hold
you
on.
need to sit down, shut up, and hold on.
I gotta give you guys one more. Hold on.
Hey, for speed.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's actually, you won't believe what I use this car for.
Protesting.
So
they're protesting, exactly.
Well, the other thing is I've also been in emergency medicine, and Torsten's idea was, hey, you know what? When you start your channel, what you should do is do videos that no one else has done before. And since you have a medical background, how to deal with emergencies in your car. So I also do site work.
That's cool.
And I don't know if it's going to show.
Oh, let me open up real quick. Hold up. Let me open it up. There you go.
It's like an ambulance.
Oh.
So I do use the car for on-site medical stuff, like
Yes, I see the lights at the top going.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I see the lights at the top.
I got them in the back. I got them on the front. All that good stuff. So,
man,
but yeah,
I like that. So you're going down to meet Torsten right now? You headed down there now?
I'm gonna be leaving here at noon.
About 4 o'clock, I have I got Telemundo and a couple of TV stations coming down here, and then the others are protesting over at the hub in LA. And then the big one is at San Francisco. They actually start at 10:30, so in about 30 minutes. And then the caravan heads over to the headquarters at 11:30. And like you said early on, it's good that the people were not banging on the doors. I prefer the driving by in the caravan, waving at Darren with the lights, and
and I'm telling you, Torsten, we got to be careful with this because you're doing something massive. And it cannot be overshadowed by violence or anything stupid. And drivers need to realize that people can infiltrate this group in a heartbeat and screw up everything that just happened. All of the media attention, all of the purpose. And we gotta make sure we keep knuckleheads out. That's why I protect energy from my channel. I do not like knuckleheads around like that. It's like,
Torsten and I came up with an idea to use that car. We're going to try to get the car into the media area. And we were talking about, Torsten's done a lot of work. And like I said, Torsten, you've been my friend a long time, man. And I have the utmost respect for you. And Jeff, I started following you when you were Uber Jeep AZ. I didn't know you switched it up, but I've been following you. So that's why I've been in touch with you so much, because I have mad respect for you, because you are Torsten.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Torsten is the advocate from hell when it comes to okay.
But you, pit bull, man, he locks on.
That's right. But you're the pit bull, because you just tell straight out the way it is.
That's why I think Jeff and I banged heads in the beginning, because I saw this other alpha lion coming through the African bush.
And it's funny.
What's going on here?
Jeff actually brought that up. Jeff actually said, it was a little earlier, he says, you know what, man, I was banging heads with Torsten last year, like in November, and because we had these two big personalities coming up. He says, but you know what? Jeff was like, you know what though? I got him. It took me a while, but I got him. And you two hooking up, but let me drop this. I'm gonna get out because I gotta make that car look pretty. But Torsten and I Torsten has been printing up these fares. Like I was 24 miles away when I was on Uber.
So we have one car, which is the safety car, which has all the drivers that died or were killed or were shot. This is, you remember Yolanda? She was the guy, the rider said, "Oh, I woke up one morning and I wanted to kill someone. So he killed this driver."
What the
right? So you remember this lady here, Christina Spicuza?
Oh, we all do.
Mother of 4, got shot in the back of the head, and then the rider threw the dash cam out the window thinking the story would disappear. Well, they found the dash cam, right? And then we have another vehicle, which has all the, all the shitty the shitty,
$1.58.
crappy
Wow.
2Zs and 3Zs,
Right.
you know, and then the food delivery. So yeah, we made hundreds of these and just placating them all over the cars. So hopefully we can educate the media and take them from car to car, the safety car, the shitty office car, etc., etc. You know what I mean?
And that was the idea. Is we wanted to use the Charger to put these crappy fares on, and then I thought, hey, you know what? Why don't we use the Charger, because obviously it's a very unique car.
Yeah.
Why don't we use that for the memorial car? So last night, with the help of my wife, God bless her, we printed up 200 of these.
Nice.
And
hold on for a second. Let me see something. I like those. Okay.
Okay. They're simple. And I plan on putting all of these along with the information that Torsten's got from the brothers and sisters that have been, taken from us doing these hustles, and putting them on the Charger, because that's a car that people are going to go, wait a minute, that's a rideshare car? That looks like this, that, and then it's going to have all these crosses on it and all these people that have passed away. And the one thing we can't forget, it's Valentine's Day. Okay. So it's a day of love, right?
Yeah.
To show, to just let those people know that, who we love, they're still in our hearts.
We love our
Well,
families.
we don't want to forget. We don't want to forget the ones that have been taken from us. But we got to remember too. And then I'm going to get out of here. So Torsten, I'll see you in LAX. Jeff, man,
all right,
much respect,
hey, brother.
But
much love and respect, brother.
Let me end it on this. I did a little research last night. Since 2020, 91 rideshare and delivery drivers have been murdered. 91 since 2020. Dang. That is more. That's more than one a month. Okay, more than one a month. And this is what Uber and Lyft say. We extend our deepest apologies to the families in their time of loss, and we will continue to work with law enforcement until we can conclude their investigation, or help them conclude their investigation. And then they cut it. There isn't one time that I can think of where an attorney has not been involved, where any of these hustles went, you know what? Wow. Maybe we should help that family out with funeral expenses. Maybe we should, have a $10,000 bond on a driver. So if something like this should happen, we can give something to his wife and 3 kids, or her husband and 2 kids, because, that's the only income they happen to have, and help these families out. And they don't. And that is the sick part, is that, like, you're working on the plantation, and Torsten and I call it slave labor. So we're all on the same page here, man.
Yep. We know what it is. And we're not scared to say it. So many people want to be politically correct these days, and they want to be politically correct to protect their own feelings about us calling things what it really is.
Correct.
When you call it, it should hit them in the gut, because this is a plantation. This is slave labor. We know it, and this is what it feels like. If this was going on in any other country, they would call it sweatshop labor and stuff like that. But it's going on a lot of different soils right now, and the corporation is doing it. And
you saw the car, you saw the Charger. Now, if I'm an independent contractor, and Torsten and I are both in California, and this is the part that sucks.
Yeah.
If I'm an independent contractor and you saw what I'm driving a $45,000 car. Okay. Yet I can't be competitive with the dude driving the 2015 Prius. Okay.
Exactly.
He's making the same amount I am, but I'm in a car that's 3 times the size, has two-tone leather interior. How am I independent from him if Uber and Lyft are saying you're only going to make this? That makes me an employee, and that's what people don't understand. You don't, it's like, well, no. What you're not understanding is you're not looking at the whole thing. You're looking at yourself. You're looking at your app. You're looking at what you're bringing home every day. What you're not looking at is all the other drivers and what they're driving. If Torsten is driving a $90,000 Suburban black, okay, he is more than entitled to get Uber and Lyft black, right?
Yeah.
But and now they're taking those higher ends away. At least Uber is, or Lyft is, one of the two. I forgot which one it is, and they're making everything premium. Okay, so now all these guys that just went out and spent $100,000, $80,000 on these Suburbans, whatever they are, now they're all stuck in this mid-level tier of income. Yet the guy that's driving the Toyota Corolla is only making 10 cents a mile less. Come on. if you can't see behind the smoke and mirrors, and you just can't waft the shit away, you know what?
But
this is why we're doing this.
What I like, Jeff, and we need to keep on pushing this, right? You're an independent contractor, so if you want to set yourself up as a private driver, you know what I mean? You could be on Uber, Lyft, and build out your private trips. At some point, you don't have to engage in a 70-30 split. It's 100% for you, right? Yeah, the costs are higher, the insurance is higher, etc., etc. But the formula is not difficult. I mean, it's the same DNA, right? Kevin, the gentleman, it's Kevin, right?
Yep.
You could be driving around private clients all day long, right? And we set our prices. We don't have the company set those prices for us.
I agree.
And we got to start. I mean, there is so much space out there for more private drivers on the road. I don't care if you're in Chicago, Miami, Phoenix, LA, New York. I mean, you know, I would hope that in the next few years we see more people starting up their own LLCs and building out their product, because they already have all the street smarts. They have the know-how. They know how to deal with people. They know customer etiquette. So, like, what are you going to teach them? Nothing. Now it's ready. You got to build yourself up for. I have to jump into the San Francisco thing.
Okay.
Wow, how much fun I had here, and I hope we do it again.
Thank you, brother. Hey, and do me a favor, clip out this part of the video and post it on your channel so people can review it over there on that side.
100%. And then if people in my channel, there you go. You got 2 YouTubers right there.
Three.
Right?
Hey, don't forget about me, man.
We can clip this. We're gonna clip this up and post it on our individual channels. So
you got it. And so Torsten, I'll see you down at the airport.
I'll see you down there, LAX.
All right. And
brother, I'll see you. Thanks for stopping by, Torsten. Thank you, brother. Hey, and thanks for everything you're doing.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate
Thank you,
guys.
Torsten.
Bye.
All right, brother.
Okay. And last thing, if y'all are catching this live stream in a video form after it's been done, I want to give a shout out to Jeff here at the Mic Drop BBQ.
That's it. We at the barbecue every day. We doing it
because I watched your video on getting the driver for hire.
Yeah.
And I looked it up in LA. They don't offer it unless you're driving for an ambulance company or if you go to LADOT, which is Los Angeles Department of Transportation. It's only in the city. It's $191, and you have to go through live scan background, which is normal. At least they're doing some kind of background check. And there's quite a bit of hoops you got to jump through. So it's not quite as easy in LA. Of course, it's California than it is down out in the AZ. But if you guys are interested and you're in, you need to look it up. You need to go back and watch Mic Drop's video on how to get your driver for hire. Because if you're in a state that's as simple as Arizona was, then you all need to do it, because I think you're onto something, man.
Yeah, before legislation changes, do it, because once Uber and Lyft find out, and that's why I wanted to put it in my private group first to get everybody associated with it, and I moved it out, but I'm thinking about putting it back in, because if Uber and Lyft find out, they lobby the hell out of people. They might come to Arizona and lobby against that to try to lock that loophole so they can retain all the profits. So I took a risk on putting that out to the big group. I took a risk on. It's like
they're going to be dropping $30 million in California.
Yep, and they're going to drop 7 figures plus, to doing things like that in Arizona too. So, but anyway, man, thank you for letting me up on the stream, man. Jeff, you like I said, we're going to start calling you the Bulldog.
No,
I mean, but much respect to you, and to the gentleman driving around doing his private rides. My hats off to you for doing it right, man, and not letting these people run you. You're running your shit. They ain't running it for you. And by the way, man, you talk too much.
Man, I'll be going.
He's just sitting cruising, going, I'm just gonna let these dudes have at it. I'm just gonna cruise.
Cool. Camp is my dog right there. That's my dog.
So I'm out, y'all.
All right, brother. You be safe out there today.
And I'm sure Torsten and I will keep an eye on on Rideshare Trickster's channel, and also on Rideshare Professor, because at 3 o'clock, between 3 and 4, we're going to be going live from LAX.
Oh yeah.
So keep an eye out for that. I just want to put that out there. We'll have the car there. We're going to have it decked out with lost drivers and memorials and all sorts of stuff. We're going to do this right because we want to be in the face of everybody, not just the rideshare companies, but the general public and the media to go, you know what? Look, you see all these crosses and all these faces and all this stuff on these cars? What have these rideshare companies done for these people? Nothing.
Yep, real people.
And y'all don't understand it. Well, we're going to make you understand it today.
Yep. Like I said,
Victor,
man, get out there and get it for us, brother. Get out there and represent us, man. Represent us right.
No, you got it, man. And
All
again,
right, hey.
Jeff and to the gentleman driving, you guys have a great day. And I'm going to end it on my tagline. Be safe,
All
be
right, brother.
professional, keep it real. If you must,
know it.
drive on. And I wish you all the best of health.
All right, brother.
Hey,
Much love,
you
brother.
need a shirt. You
What's
need
up?
a shirt that says "Get in, sit down, shut up, hold on, and
Man,
tip well."
I got my racing shirt on right now. Okay, here we go.
That
Check it
Dodge,
out.
I
Wait a
like
minute.
that.
Don't mind the
Yeah,
belly.
Dodge.
There we go.
No, I like that Dodge. Yep. That's clean right there, man.
So
Man.
we'll talk
Hell yeah.
again.
All right, brother. We'll see you, brother.
Thank you very much.
All right.
right.
Cool. I know. Kev, you been back there chilling, Kev. What's up with you, brother? What's up with you? You still working on
man, I'm
private
just
rides
sitting.
right now?
No, I'm just sitting out here in Mesa, declining and reclining.
Hey, my phone's been going off the whole time.
You know what? Whenever I see a surge, I head towards it, and then I turn on just to see how long it takes it to go away. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Oh man, I gotta charge my phone up. Yeah. No, but that's what, man. I'm glad that, like I said, I did my private ride first thing this morning. I said when I get home, I want to actually get on, do a live stream, and see how people are doing this morning. I had no idea it was going to turn out like this. This has been so far. It's been a great live show. A lot of great energy. Drivers standing up for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, the chat is blowing up. Everybody in the chat is coming up, with great energy. Everybody's declining and reclining. Man, you couldn't ask for a better protest day. You cannot ask for a better protest day, and I'm glad people are standing up, man.
And then we have the professor show up. Can't beat that either.
Yeah. Oh, he said Kevin is a warrior. Kev's funny. Like Kev was at the bar with us that night too. He was out there hanging out with us, man. Kev, like I said, he's one of those guys that he shows up for Call of Duty, man. He's like, I'm in. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's ride.
Hell yeah, man. You're either with us or you're not with us.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, man, if you're out there today and you're freaking accepting pigeon rides and shit like that, and then you complain about today is a bad day, like I've told you before, the only place you're going to find sympathy from me is between shit and syphilis in the dictionary.
Nick said, "Hey, people pissed off today. Hey, Nick, hey, we need to see like who's saying what out there in the like Reddit and all these places out there. Like, are they upset but there's no surge? The rides are shitty. Thanksgiving's not. I mean, Valentine's Day's not turning out how they thought it was because they were like, oh man, I'm gonna make money all day. Thank you, you idiots. We're gonna be making money all day. I wonder how they're doing out there. I really want to know how they're doing."
I told a bunch of people, I probably gave out probably 30 rides between Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I let them know. I said, good luck on Wednesday trying to get a ride.
Yep, exactly. And a lot of people, we've been giving out cards. We've been giving out cards the whole time. And it's like, hey.
And that's how I pop my cards to them. That's exactly how I pop my card to them. Is I just reach up here, grab my little card, say, hey, if you do want to ride, there's a number on the back.
And more people got to do that. More people got to do it. Yep. More people got to do it.
And it's just having a conversation. That's all it's doing, man. Practice it in the mirror.
And I want to make sure. And I want to make sure the apps, if they do actually go out there and they're paying drivers, it has to be high surge. The apps are going to lose money today. They're not going to make a high revenue day. They've not been giving us high revenue days. So why we can return a favor to them? We're returning that love back to them. So it's like, we haven't had high revenue. You're not going to have high revenue. That's how the game is played. And I know they're sitting around right now like, these motherfuckers really set us up like this. This is worldwide. This is crazy. It is worldwide. And I know initially I thought it was, be like nationwide. And we kept saying global. From the get-go, we said global. And I think that's what helped push it. Nobody's just said, hey, we're going to do this in my state. Everybody has always said global. And I think once the media got a hold of how big this was, they had no other choice but to talk about it. This is his story. They had no other choice but to say something about it. So, man.
And then I noticed Monday and Tuesday too, I was getting high dollar surges sitting in my house.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I had a $17 and a $20 surge just sitting in my house.
Man,
put it on Uber Pet, got ready, went out, got my coffee.
Oh,
The way I went, $17.
Oh, I got videos showing surges around the corner from my house from the other night, and I threw it on Paw Patrol. They see us coming. They see us coming, and they don't want to admit, like a lot of drivers don't want to admit that these apps see these small YouTubers, these small channels. We're all drivers. We're not corporate people. We're just drivers. But the energy that moved a lot of drivers has now made the app say, I think these guys are a force to fuck with. They're like really messing with people right now. And we're going to, like I said, the stock might take a hit. They might short the stock. Anything could happen. We don't know. So we're kind of sitting around waiting. We got to wait, a couple of weeks to see what happens. Because when they start coming out with their revenue numbers they didn't do too well for a certain week in February when they should have had a big February. Like we didn't have a big Thanksgiving. We didn't have a big Christmas. So it's all going to hit them. And I want them to, they're not going to admit it, because to admit that they're losing at chess is they're admitting the game is over. They're never admit that they're losing at chess. They're always going to say, no, these strikes don't make nothing. These protests don't do anything to us. We're doing amazing. They're never going. When you're boxing somebody, a boxer never admits that rib shot hurt him. Because of a boxer, if you say, hey, that rib shot hurt me, you going for the ribs every round. So and that's what we're boxing with them right now. They're not going to admit that we rib shot the shit out of them. They just going to be like,
that's not how bad you get hit and how bad you go down. It's how bad it's how much do you want to get back up after you got hit.
Yep.
You know,
and Big Mike said the stock is still going up today. And I tell Big Mike like this, the stock is going up. And I'm going to tell you, like, when you short a stock, you want the stock to go up as high as it can, because you're really selling at that high margin. You really bought it way down here at the bottom. So you're buying. So once that stock drops, when that bottom crashes, let's say Uber and Lyft goes up to like $300 or whatever, like $70. And then it crashes and goes down to $35. That $35 gap is worth billions of dollars when it crashes. Somebody's making a ton of money. So they want to push it up high because they know it's not worth shit. That's like me selling you my car sitting outside with $107,000. That's like me selling you that car for $105,000. If I can sell you that car for $105,000, I take your money because you think it's worth $105,000. I run to the bank and I give them $30,000 and say, here's the rest of that note.
Yep, exactly.
And it's like, that's how you
thought this was an hour show.
Man,
what's up? What's up, Mike?
It's a warm up for me, man. Just in an hour, I'm just lubricating the lips, baby. I'm like, let's roll.
And listen, one thing I do have to say.
What's that?
Great guest coming in.
Oh,
that was
man.
the best thing ever. I was driving around and it's kind of dead out here. I'm out in the Deer Valley area just checking out things. Dead. And I'm rejecting, brother.
Yeah, good, man. I love it. And like I said, today's guest, everybody's showing up, man. Like I said, this is my first StreamYard live stream, and I like to thank you guys for jumping into the membership and paying for this. You guys helped me cover this, man. Y'all put up like 130 some bucks, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put the rest up and let's buy this thing. And you guys made it possible for me to invite you guys on. Made it possible for the professor to jump on. I needed StreamYard for this day. I needed it. Like, I didn't want
Money well spent, brother. Money well spent.
You guys helped me out a lot, man. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate it. So, and for him to come on, for Rasha Trickster, you guys to jump on in the beginning just to keep that energy moving. Jamil's coming in. Kev, man. You guys, man, this has been a great live stream. One of the best live streams I've done.
Tim out there, time to share. Good points out there, brother.
Yeah. I mean, even Robert Reese jumped on. I was like, wait a minute, where'd Robert Reese come from? Man. Yeah, exactly. He just came out of nowhere. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Shit. And then we had, the photography guy, Bahadography, whatever his name is, Baratography. He came in, and I'm just like, dude, if we had a photographer going taking actual pictures of what's going on and selling those pictures to media outlets, the media outlets will really see the energy behind this. Because right now they're seeing a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of text, and they're not seeing nothing go on like at the actual locations. And to have media there, to have photographers there, dude, this could go pretty crazy, man. This could go pretty crazy.
Time to wake up, man. You're doing a great job putting the verbiage out there, brother.
Oh yeah. It's time to wake up is doing it, man. That's my buddy out there in Colorado, man. He's always dropping knowledge on everybody's channel. He goes, I see Time to Wake Up on everybody's YouTube channel. You can find his name everywhere. And he's always putting that seed, planting that seed of like intellect in somebody's comment strand somewhere. And it's like, that's what we need. Like I said, he's that muse that sits on your shoulder and goes, hey man, don't forget about this. He floats around YouTube like musing people to death. It's like, hey, don't forget about this. We got Detroit in the house. What's good, my man? Yeah. And just for us to have the open channels that are willing to host things like this, bro. Like, we don't care about what these apps think about us. We're putting ourselves out on Front Street. I could be deactivated today. Any of us can, but we're willing to put ourselves out there on the Front Street to give drivers a voice. Because without that, we're a bunch of quiet slaves sitting in the barn just waiting for the next order to go out and pick more cotton and shit. It's like, no, we're not doing that. We deserve to share these.
What you're bringing out to the table is that everybody should do private rides and everybody should get off the app. Use the app as a fill-in, but you should be doing all private rides.
The app should be part-time fill-in. Anybody doing full-time on the app, we're losing the potential of the income and the revenue you could be making. You should be aiming for private rides, aiming to get your commercial insurance, because the apps are going to charge you up the ass for commercial. If you're relying on the apps 100%, you're throwing away money. You are throwing away. You can get commercial like Jamil. $3,800 a year is what he's paying for commercial. He could be out doing private rides all day, nonstop, marketing, advertising, putting themselves on cards, websites, everything. Going through the app, they're taking at least $2,000-3,000 a month and just insurance. And he's paying $3,800 for the whole year. Yeah, Jamil dropped off. I don't know where he went to. I think his phone dropped. His phone dropped.
He's got quite the operation, man. He's a smart individual. I gotta give him his props, man. That guy knows what's going on.
Oh yeah. And that's the thing, man. If we could just get more drivers to realize the value in who they are, and the apps see that each of these drivers have the potential to walk out the house right now and do 4 private rides and make, $180, 60, 40, and next, another last 20. They're like, we can't work these people for 12 hours for 180 no more, because they now have the ability to do private rides. They can walk out and make $60. They can walk out and do this and do that. Dims is in the house. Oh, let's see. We got Miss Dims Dallas in the house. What's good, lady? Look at you. You over there. She over there having lunch right now. Look at her. Hey, this is how you protest right here. Show us how you protest. How you protest.
Now that's some declining and reclining right there.
That's declining and recline right there. Look at you.
Hell yeah, that's declining and reclining big time.
Oh yeah, she out there doing it big, y'all. She doing it, and this is what happens when you don't have to ask a boss for the day off. You are the boss. Take the day off. Take the day off. What's good, lady? What's good?
What's good, man? I tell you what, I am kikiing how Uber is putting out this message that, well, no, don't worry. The protest is only from like 11 to 1.
No, they said that.
Yeah, this is saying that the protest is only for a couple of hours. There's nothing to worry about. Yeah. So I was just kikiing about that. Like,
what they don't realize is that these drivers are giving out cards left and right. And these apps are going to be losing because they're overcharging riders and underpaying drivers. These apps are going to be slowly losing client base. They're going to have to get people in that don't know. With the media telling everybody what's happening, everybody's knowing these apps are overcharging riders and underpaying drivers. It's going to be harder for these apps to tell people that $68 they're paying for this ride is really going to the driver. It's going to be because they're 70% goes to the driver. No, it don't. It's more like 50% goes to the driver. Tell these people the truth, and people are finding out the truth. These apps are now scampering. Their PR is going nuts right now. Yeah, their PR is going nuts right now.
They're scurrying. That's a fact.
Yep. And see, and that's the thing, Dims. And what a lot of people don't realize is that Dims she's actually developing something. And we've talked about it before on certain live streams and things like that, that she's working on something major in the background for drivers and for riders, though. I would say drivers and for riders. She's working on something serious. And I don't mean, just a website. I mean, this is something that will change the face of how we all do not only ride share, but how much profits we can make while doing it. And I've seen the business model. I've seen it. It is incredible. That's all I can say. It's incredible. It's incredible. And I'm thinking, I'm like, somebody should have did this like a decade ago. And I don't want to say anything about it too deep or too much because she's got the last 10% to finish wrapping up and everything before she goes, public with it. So,
and I can't wait to bring it to the drivers and to the consumers as well.
The riders, when I saw what you were doing for the riders, I was like, everybody's going to be a rider. Everybody's going to say, I want to be a rider on that app because ain't nobody else doing it like that.
Like, I'm literally throwing everything in the kitchen sink at Uber and Lyft. Like, I've sent messages to them telling them I'm dropping my foot on your necks and I'm not letting up. Just straight.
Exactly. Hell yeah.
Man, we
got.
That's
just it. We're giving them a run for the competition now.
Yeah.
They're not monopolizing anything anymore.
And that's what the issue was. They grew so big. It's kind of like Enron or like the Bell Souths, the phone companies. They grew so big, they forgot you can fail. All it's going to take is for us. We're the main people who create rideshare. Without cars, they don't have anything. They're trying to use Waymos to replace us because they know we have a brain and we can see what's going on and we'll make that adjustment. A driverless car can't make an adjustment. It's programmed. Slaves are programmed. Once we start coming out of that slave mentality, that employer mentality, and seeing ourselves as business owners, we're stepping outside of that program. They don't like that. Because now we're talking to people, hey, man, I paid 120 for this ride. Tell you what, man, just give me 80 because they ain't give me number 45 any damn way. And they don't like that.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be like, oh, shit, you only getting 45? Man, I just paid 120 for this, man. Just give me 80, man. Oh, bet shit. Here, I get that in cash. They don't like it because we have a brain. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The creative mind is better than
they
AI.
let you know now how much a driver is actually, or a rider is actually paying. And like you and I have talked before, Jeff, freaking if you do a ride without a surge or a boost or anything like that, Uber's taking 60% of your fare. 60%. If you do it with a boost, they're taking 40%. Now, if you actually do it with a surge, and if it's the right surge and the right, a short ride, you're going to get 80% of that fare. So that's why, be smart when you select these rides, man. Taking nature hikes, they look big dollars, but they're not big dollars.
No, they're not
big dollars.
You got to look at
for Uber.
You got to look at the minutes. I always look at on nature hikes. I used to look at the miles. Now I look at the minutes because my man out here, he does Virgil. He does nature hikes all day, but he uses eco on his car, so he's only on the highway all day. So he's using less miles per gallon on the highway. He won't do short rides. He will only do nature hikes. He will decline all the short rides, leaving them for guys like me who like short rides. I decline all the nature hikes, leaving them for guys like him who like nature hikes. And that's how we work together as a community. He doesn't mind, and he makes a good living on it. He hits the highway. He takes people to Apache Junction. Apache Junction brings them back to the airport, and it's not paying shit. It's like $20 for 26 miles, but he's looking at the 32 minutes. That's what he's looking at. And it's just straight highway for 32 minutes. When I'm like, dude, in 32 minutes, I could do 2 rides and make probably $40.
Exactly.
That's the way I look at it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. What was it? We're breaking a live stream record today. I don't know if I consider it for 8 hours, I might, but I know I'm gonna take a break at some point because I gotta, go. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. I said we're gonna do this for an hour, and I'm gonna go eat breakfast. We're almost at 3 hours.
It's always at 6 hours. Quit playing.
Exactly.
An hour for you, Jeff, is like a 7-hour live stream, brother.
Man, that's the thing. And then with you guys, like I said, I appreciate you guys for being members of this channel because you helped me open this thing up to StreamYard. You guys helped me put drivers on now. Now we got drivers. We got the professor coming through. We got Robert Reese coming through. We got a lot of people now. And I really want to host regular drivers, like people who are really in the trenches doing this shit. I don't just want YouTubers only. I want real people coming in, talking about their experience, their city, the cars they drive, the shit they go through, and we all work through this together. If this is about all of us, it's about all of us. And so I want to make this channel for us.
It is. It truly is the driver community. I mean, and rider community. Like, it is.
Yep.
You're definitely doing an excellent job at educating these drivers out here in these streets. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Dims Dallas. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Because like I said,
and that's just it too, Jeff, with this channel and what we're doing now with the StreamYard. You can get a lot more knowledge out there with somebody talking live than trying to type all that knowledge in on a channel or something like that.
Exactly.
This is a lot easier way to spread the knowledge, and you've got the base of freaking awesome freaking drivers.
Oh yeah. And my only issue is that, I'm not that technologically savvy, but I'm gonna figure it out. Like I said, we're gonna go inside the membership. No, because there's a way I could put you as the main and us on the side. I don't know how to do it though, so we got to go into the membership group, and I got to mess around with it. Even if you guys don't talk, just give me a chance to mess around with the screen to see what I can do. Because it's like I don't know how to work this. Like I kept trying to put Professor up, but have us on the side so he can have the main stage. But I just had to put one in the middle because I don't know what I'm doing over here. It's like I'll figure this shit out. I don't know.
Tell you what, it's working no matter what, Jeff. It's working.
Man, we getting this protest message out there today, man. And it's just about like the photography guy said, this is about driver energy, you know, being in unity. A lot of drivers are not united. Just like somebody was saying on Reddit, it's always 50-50. Drivers don't like us, some drive, and it's like we need to understand that we are an industry. It's not me against you as a driver. We're an industry of drivers, and we make rideshare work. We make logistics work. I can't do every ride in Phoenix. I don't even want to do every ride in Phoenix. Some people might want to do the rides I don't want to do, but I wouldn't know that until I talk to them and I work with them. And like we was talking the other night about creating that website, and I was talking to Nick was at my house last night too when I was doing his breaks, but he said, you know, we should create, I don't know if it's a Discord group or some weird kind of group to where we put, like, let's say we put Phoenix as the Discord group, but within Phoenix, we can open a panel and it'll say Scottsdale, Glendale, South Phoenix, Tempe, and drivers and riders can go inside of those individual rooms to see who needs a ride or who's even there. Like I could leave like South Phoenix open all day on my phone for Discord. If a rider comes in and say, hey, I'm in South Phoenix right now. Any drivers in here? Hey, this is Jeff. I'm in here. And I can put a picture of my car on there and say, hey, this is a picture of my car. This is what I look like. They put a picture of themselves on there. And they say, hey, I'm just trying to go to the airport. Say, this is where I'm located. I'm at the Arizona Grand. Hey, I'll do that for you for $20 real quick. Bet, come get me. And it can all be in Discord. And you would always be in East. Yeah, you would always be in the east side of town. So if you pull up like Apache Junction, you go into the Apache Junction room, a rider might come into hey, is anybody in here? You be, hey, I'm actually on right now. Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm trying to get to, Gilbert, $25. Cool, no problem. But it's us marketing that Discord group, and it's marketing, us ourselves as drivers while we're saying, hey, join this Discord group as a rider, and you can probably find a rider in any side of town you're on and share that with other riders out there. But like I said,
awesome.
It would be a good little patch for now until, like I said, Dims is working on something way more serious. And it's like, but that would be a good patch for right now, especially for people we want to invite into rideshare. We invite them in and we say, hey, join this group. This is how it works. And we kind of teach them how to do rideshare the smart way. And I'm like, man. All right, Mr. Edwards, I'll see you, brother. Be easy out there. Yeah, Uber and Lyft will be tracking. They're tracking all the plates for deactivation. Let them. I'm going to tell you right now, Uber and Lyft is not the only industry on this earth. But I think us being drivers, we're so locked into thinking Uber and Lyft is the only way to make money on this planet. They're a good way to make money. And I'll say that they're a really good way to make money. The only way is far-fetched. But it's kind of like slaves only thought the plantation that they worked on was the best place to be. They really thought if they left somewhere, they'd end up getting killed. They died. They wouldn't be treated good because the people on other plantations don't know them that well. Sometimes you got to just lose that plantation mentality and say, you know what? Uber and Lyft are corporations that were designed to chew people up and spit them out. If you want to be chewed up and spit out, stay on that plantation. And they will do it one day. A lot of people got cars sitting on the side of their house they can't fix. A lot of people got health issues. My man, Duato, he's paralyzed after a car accident. The apps didn't take care of him, and he had a passenger in the car. So he had an accident on the app with a passenger. He became paralyzed. The apps don't even take care of him. So trust me, these apps were designed to chew you up, spit you out onto the next. You got to get away. Get your profits now. Nobody should be out there for 80 hours. Be out there for 25, 40, and be done.
Yeah.
And that's just it, Jeff. You're our underground railroad, man. You are underground railroad to get us off the plantation.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Nat Turner, goddammit.
Hell yeah. Like I said, I praise you anytime I get a chance on my channel. I said, hey, man, Jeff did this for me. And hey, I saw this in Jeff's live stream the other day. I just want to echo it,
exactly.
Stuff like that. And that's just it is. And I mean, even when we were at that get together, man, and we're sitting there looking at our phones, and you're like, oh man, you can turn that into a cash app or a cash ride. It's like, you're always thinking like that, man. That's the energy we need. Is you're always thinking like that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. I'm one of those. I was in corporate for a long time and I worked in the casino. In the casino, everybody's always about sales and marketing. Like our accounting department was right next to sales and marketing. So we always, we go to lunch together, we hang out together. So you're dealing with high level marketers, high level pitchers who have to get billionaires into the casino to gamble. So if you can't get a millionaire from Russia or from Mexico or from Taiwan to come to your casino to gamble, I mean, you're not a good marketer. There's a lot of casinos, a lot of ways they can spend their money or lose their money. So we always hung around sales and marketing. We would hear how they would just sell, you know, our casino to Camille Nassif. Camille Nassif was a Mexican guy who owned a jean factory down in Mexico. And him and his two sons would come to Caesar's Palace all the time. And them dudes would make bank. They would come up and they would transfer in millions of dollars, have a great time, ball out of control, and go back out of town. But it's like, that's who I grew up with, those people. So I see business in everything. If I see, you know, a rake and I see a pile of leaves, I'll find a kid and say, hey, man, you want to make some quick money real quick? This is what you do. And it's like, that's just how I been. Yeah, it's like, dude, this is how I am. It's like, do you see that rake land on that? That rake ain't even nobody's rake. You can have that rake. Go over there and tell that dude you rake all these leaves up for like $20.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's how I would just grew up like that, man.
I think we all
John, what's good, brother?
And start a correlation and start buying into their fucking stock so that we can start controlling their stock prices, like for real.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what it is, you know, if their stock, I'm gonna tell you, if Uber and Lyft stock crashes within the next month, if it crashes, that's the gauge on people realizing what we're saying is being true, that this rideshare industry is very unstable right now. Because if we have the ability to go out and make our own money, and riders have the ability to save money by using us directly, and it's completely legit and completely legal, what do we need a middleman for? What do we need a finder's fee for?
Yeah.
We all got the internet. We all got navigation on our phone. Navigation comes in your car. I'm like, these apps are just finder fees. That's all they're doing is they're using finder's fees. So they're charging us, they're charging us, you know, 70-80% of a ride just to do. I mean, these people are paying $160 to leave Waste Management, $160 to leave, and we're getting $45 out of it.
But they're scoring on both sides, though, because they're profiting off of the consumer, but then they're also profiting off of the drivers as well. So, like, that's what's shitty.
Yep.
Exactly.
And then the fact that they're doing this with insurance, and like we're all now everybody's talking about insurance and what we're being charged for it out of the fares that are being paid. And I think that's going to be the next level of the fight. Being allowed to use our own commercial insurance company to cover us while we're out. I mean, commercial insurance is commercial insurance. If we say, this is what I do for a living, I'm willing to pay you, you know, $4,000 a year for commercial insurance. And they say, okay, fine. I do rideshare. Cool, we'll cover you. Then we don't need Uber and Lyft to cover us. Their deductible is $2,500. I'd rather have $100 deductible. Why do I got to pay?
Hell yeah.
And Uber and Lyft is charging, you know, up to $18,000 a year for insurance. And you still got a $2,500 deductible.
Yes. But the ridiculous part about that is you have drivers paying into this insurance, but then no sooner as they're in a wreck, they tell them pursue your insurance company first. And whatever your insurance
company go first,
then we'll pick up the remainder of that. So what the fuck is the purpose? Like, what's the purpose of paying into your insurance, especially for someone like me? I hold the same policy as Uber and Lyft. So I have that $1 million coverage. And it's like, okay, so I'm having to pay mine. So I'm paying a guap for insurance, but then you're still taking it out of fares when I'm taking rides. I mean, like, okay, where does the madness stop? And then the shitty part about that is if I'm in an accident, because I carry that same coverage that you cover, that you guys are utilizing, my insurance covers all damage. My insurance covers all medical bills. My insurance covers everything. So ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm just giving money away.
You're giving it away. I was about to say that. You're just giving money away. You're just, out of every fare, you're saying, okay, here's $30 out of that fare. And here's, you know, 15 out of that one. Here's 9 out of this one. Here's 24 out of this one. For no reason. You're not paying for anything for that. You're just giving it away.
Like people rip my pocket. Like when you rip my pocket, I got to figure out how to get you back.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, hey, like I said, 2024, It's about to be the rise of the driver. Everybody's slowly waking up to the games being played because they didn't want us to talk. They love having us compete with each other because nobody wanted to talk to each other. Everybody's like, oh, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. A lot of channels were like that. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. Now it's like, dude, we're in the same fucking boat. What are we doing, man? It's like, dude, I'm about to get evicted. Shit, me too. I just lost my car. Oh, my cousin just lost a car. Oh, my uncle was in a car accident. And we started seeing there's a theme, an underlying theme of drivers getting screwed over. And people are starting to wake up and say, you know what? We're not really winning. We're at the end of this. We don't have any 401k. We have no retirement. We have nothing. After 5-6 years of doing this shit, we have nothing. No investment in this company whatsoever. Chewed up, spit out, on to the next. And they're going to keep recycling drivers like that. They drive for 5 or 6 years, beat up a few car accidents, a lot of money they throw out the door. And what do you get? You got to go to a W-2 and start all over again. You have no 401k, no retirement package. You have nothing. Start all the way over again. And it's like, what did you do for the last 5 years of your life? I did rideshare. What do you have to show for it? Well, my car got 300,000 miles on it, so it's very reliable. I can tell you that much. That's about all you can say. I know my car is very reliable. It's got 300,000 miles on it. It's like, man.
Well, I get lucky there, Jeff. I got to admit, I'm pretty lucky in that aspect as far as I've got a 20-year Navy retirement and a 20-year Colorado Department of Transportation retirement.
See, there you go.
That's taking care of my day-to-day living.
Yeah.
And, so my car's paid off. And, so everything is, if I didn't have rideshare, I could live comfortably. Not where I want to live. Not how I want to live.
Yeah.
I'm a guy, man. I got a Harley. I love to ride that Harley. When I go on a vacation with that Harley, I don't stay at freaking Motel 6. I stay at the Marriott. Because you know why? They watch my bike when I park at the Marriott.
Shoot,
so,
man.
And I'm not trying to say I'm better than any other driver out there. I'm just saying that, hey, the reason I
you deserve a life. When you work so hard that you deserve a certain type of life, you've worked to have that life. You weren't given it. We got people right now jumping over the border being given a life. You work for what your shit is and be like, dude, I deserve to stay in a nice place and wake up, with chocolates on my doorstep and shit. I deserve to stay here.
Yeah.
I don't want to be at a Motel 6 that a dog just peed in 2 days before. It's like shit. I know Motel 6 do that shit because I'll be taking my dogs to Motel 6, but I'll take a dog cage and they got to stay in the cage. It's like, I don't trust them to tear shit up when I'm gone. But it's like, if you want to go stay at a nice place, you deserve it. If you want to go sit outside, have a mimosa for breakfast with the mountains and shit in the background. Hey, Dim, show us what you got in the background over there. Show us how you live.
That's fucking awesome right there.
Look at that. Look at that.
You gotta love that.
See, that's what I'm talking about. If you're gonna sit there and live a certain way, this is how you should be living. It's frozen right now. She's like,
you broke the internet.
Yeah,
you broke the internet.
Yeah, you broke the internet with how great it was looking over there. It froze up now. But yeah,
Beyonce,
like, no, don't try to live like
that. Exactly.
He's a Beyonce rideshare right there.
Yeah, like 2 minutes.
Yeah, for some, I think the restriction is hanging up to where. Yeah,
and I laugh because people are like, "What do you do for a living?" I drive for a living. This is what I do. I work for myself. I'm a boss. You know what I mean? And some people there's no way that you new boy X7. Yeah. Pay for it, cash. Like, it's money out here in these streets. You just have to know how to get to the money.
Yep.
Exactly.
And the apps know how to get to the money. The apps know to heavily market, try to give discounts, but they're not really giving discounts. The drivers are giving discounts to riders because what they're doing is telling the rider, hey, you get this ride for $25 minus $5 today. They're taking the $5 from us. They ain't taking it out of the company pocket. We're giving discounts to riders all the time without even knowing it. They're like, oh yeah. Because when you wonder why sometimes you have a dollar a mile fare, but then the next one comes to you got to surge for like $3, but then the ride itself is 30 cents a mile. And you're like, why did it go from like $1 a mile to 30 cents a mile? You gave somebody a discount as a driver. They just didn't tell you gave somebody a discount.
Exactly.
So it's like shit. Yeah. You're like, man, like I'm doing like $13, 13 miles, and I got a $4 surge. How is this working out, dude? They dropped it to 30 cents a mile. They took it out of your fare and they gave this rider a discount. You didn't give them a discount. The app just told them you get a discount. It's like, man. And that's what we're doing today. We're outside a glitch dash. We're doing a nationwide labor movement. This is a global labor movement. People are tired of working for the elites. We're stacking pockets for the elites, and we see it now. When you got luxury cars that engines are blown, I mean, you still got 3-4 years left to pay on this note. The engine is blown. You can't even trade it in. It's a poverty cycle, and it gets you trapped into poverty just doing like gig work. And it's a business. We know it's a business, but we're treated like employees in this business, not independent contractors who deserve profits in this business. And that's how we get locked into poverty. We start tolerating, like somebody said earlier, who the hell would agree to a $2,500, deductible? Nobody would agree to that shit. I don't have $2,500. I'm just laying around. Jeff, your car wreck, you got $2,500? Fuck no, I don't. I got to pay fucking bills next month. And that's how they get you.
But not for that bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
exactly.
It's a whole lot of extra better things I could be doing with that 25. Like this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly like this. I know. Kicking back in the morning, having a mimosa in front of palm trees and shit. That's the life right there. But so they try to steal my $5 Super Bowl bonus. And that's the thing. If we don't stand up for ourselves and stand up for each other, the apps are going to pick us apart, make us think we're competing with each other, and slowly beat each other down. And have people out there driving like pigeons. Oh, I get a $180 bonus this week, but you got to do 100 rides to get 100. That's $1.80 per ride. I could do a cash ride like this week. I did a cash ride, $100. I'm almost there already in one ride. If you're going for 180, but it's going to take you 100 rides, I do one cash ride for $100. All I need is another $80, and I'm done. And these drivers, they don't see it. And they go, oh, man, I'm going to keep taking these $7 rides, $3 rides. But they're all 60 cents a mile, 70 cents a mile, 90 cents a mile. Man, they only keep paying me in my market, they only pay 30 cents a mile. They only pay 70 cents a mile. No, in your market, that's what you accept. Think about it. That's a cash ride you can convert right there. Yeah, and you tell them, hey, how much you just pay for this ride? $24. Well, I'm only getting 11. How about you just pay me 20 and we call it good? Okay, cool, no problem. So when you accept 30 cents a mile,
an appreciated deal.
Yeah, when you accept 30 cents a mile, the apps are going to pay you 30 cents a mile. But when you stand like today, everybody standing up, it should be surging like crazy at some point today. I'm thinking at some point the surge is going to go berserk because they're going to get tired of no rides being taken. The drivers who are out there driving are like, I'm not doing this shit 50 cents a mile to drive, 40 miles for $22. I'm not doing this. They're going to get tired of that all day. So it's like 1111, my man Tony Lee, what's good? That's my number right there, 1111. That's my number, brother. I love it. Yeah, but at some point we've got to stand up and say, I'm not driving for this shit no more. If you don't start paying me, and I know these people are paying good money, I got a for hire permit. I'll let these motherfuckers hire me straight up on the spot. I mean, I could speak, freedom of speech. I could speak. I could tell this person, hey, I got a permit right now for hire. I'm only charging $60. They were like, dude, they just charged me 100 and 120. I'm only charging 60. It's like, okay, cool. Where are we going? I mean, you going 10 miles down. That's what they were doing at Waste Management. Charge people $160 to go 10 miles down the road. And I'm like, they was giving us 40, 50, 32 to go 10 miles.
45.
Yeah. But they charging people 160 just to go 10 miles down the street. I'm like, dude, you give me $80, $60. I'm cool for that shit. And they giving us 32. And we thinking, oh shit, I'm getting $3 a mile, $4 a mile. But they're charging these people $10 a mile, $20 a mile. I'm like, this is crazy. So you got to use your weapons. Your mouth is your weapon. And be like, listen, I can do this ride for you. And these apps know we can do that. They be like, oh, that's prohibited. I'm like, motherfucker, stealing my tips is prohibited, but you don't care about that.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to talk about what's prohibited? Stealing from drivers is prohibited, but that don't stop you from doing it. So shit, I don't care about the prohibit. Like, oh, that's prohibited, Jeff. Yeah, I might say that's prohibited, Uber. That's prohibited, Lyft. But y'all like, we don't give a shit. We gonna keep doing it. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep doing this. We don't see eye to eye on prohibition at that point. He's like, man. Yeah, exactly, man. But no, I appreciate it. We got a 3-hour live stream. It's only 11:45 right now. Is there anybody out there that's actually at near a protest or by a protest that can go record it or something like that? Because most of us, I'm at the house. Kev's in the car waiting on the cash ride. Dims is at the pool kicking back with a mimosa. She ain't driving drunk today. No, she
I'm just one of them turkeys chasing Surge.
Not at all.
watching them turkeys chasing. I saw that video. I was dying laughing. Yeah. Pitchers gonna keep getting frustrated. That's funny shit. The pitchers are gonna keep getting frustrated to stay on, keep declining. I know it, man. Oh, Triple A says I just woke up. Oh man, you missed a great day. We all had $50 surges on our phone for 1 mile. I wish. Like shoot, dude. I got the biggest surge I see on my phone is $4.50, $6 out in Litchfield Park. Litchfield Park is about 40 miles away from me. And so I got to go 40 miles to get $6. Now it's probably about
725 in Gilbert.
Yeah. And of course, I'm sitting right by the airport. I have no surge. Airport has no surge. It's just dead. It's dead, dude. It's dead. Today is officially a Valentine's Day. I mean, you be thinking people will be like, hey, I'm taking you to lunch. Let's Uber. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let me send you some stuff like deliveries or something like that. Let me look at. Yeah, delivery's not even busy. Delivery's not even busy. And people usually deliver lunch, deliver flowers, deliver stuff, candies or whatever. It ain't shit going on today on these apps. I think these apps are fed up. They really think, they actually pulled this shit off. They did a global protest on us. They pulled it off.
It's surging like crazy in Dallas right now. Yeah. It's definitely surging over in Dallas right now like crazy. And like during this time of the day in Dallas, like the screen is absolutely dry. But this morning it was like, I'm talking high dollar surges. It was lit up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Man. Oh, Endorphin said delivery is popping unusually in Salt Lake. Okay. So like I said, delivery on my phone right now, there's nothing on there. It's like dead. Usually it says like busy. When it's a lot of deliveries, it's busy. It's nothing up there. Nothing.
Yes.
And Severa's got like an 850 surge in her area. At 850, and it's 11:47 right now. What time is this, Severa? What time is it where you are?
Shit, I ain't driving to Gilbert. Fuck that.
Yeah, Drew said they ain't got no surge in Austin, Texas. No surge whatsoever. So 850 surge highest in her. Severa, she's like, shit, I'm about to go get this. David said, my best 57 for 1.5 miles. Man. Says, hourly wage is okay if vehicles provided by the gig company. Driver should get paid mileage, kilometers, driving a separate rate. Man, I think it moves too fast. Okay, she says East Coast.
I think where they're gonna feel it tonight, Jeff, is when dinner time, when you're taking that romantic date out somewhere, and you want to have a few glasses of champagne or whatever. You don't want to drive. You want to DUI on Valentine's Day.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy tonight. There's gonna be people out there
reclining during that time frame. Oh,
and you know, a lot of people are gonna have like babysitters tonight. Babysitters got to go home. If you can't find a ride to get back to get your kids, babysitter gonna be getting mad and charge you extra. And she's gonna, I'm leaving your kids sleep. They eating cereal. I'm out of here.
Call Uber to get you a babysitter.
They're gonna be mad as hell. They're gonna show up. It's gonna be some 3-year-olds up watching cartoons at 2:00 in the morning. Like, what y'all doing up? Babysitter left. Maggie already left already.
Okay. Ain't no Mr. Nasty time for you tonight.
Kids don't fucking color on the walls and shit, like motherfucking marker all up and down the walls, milk all in the floor and shit. Like, where's the babysitter? She left already.
Better call Uber. One of them errands.
Hell yeah, man. People gonna be mad as hell tonight. They can't get to their sitters. They gonna be pissed. That's why I'm like, that's why we kept preaching and telling people, get cards, give cards out, because riders are gonna need us one day. The app is the app. That's all it is. The app is the app. They're going to need us one day, and they better be calling. Doggy says, no babysitter for me. I'm leaving my 2- and 3-year-old home. They riding the big wheel through the living room and shit. Like, I told you don't ride that through the house. They like, word, nobody was here. It's like, oh, that's funny shit. That's funny. Say, we need you to Bay in California. Oh, I missed that. Just wish you was in the Bay for the protest. Man. Severa said her screen just went gray out of nowhere. I'm telling you, man, today's protest is going to be different. There's a lot of drivers out there right now who really thought they was going to eat like it was a different day. They probably really thought, man, none of these drivers driving. Oh, shit, $600 day today. $500 day today. We gonna be. I bet right now they like. I've been there for 3 hours. I done made like $70 in 3 hours. It's like that's it. That's it. It's gonna be the same rides out there.
And they're not saving up ahead of time for this day.
Oh yeah. No surge, no urge. Closed mouths don't get fed, and desperate drivers don't get bread. I'm telling you, Tony, man, it's gonna be crazy out there. Gonna be crazy out there today. And we're gonna see it on social media. We're gonna see a bunch of shit on Facebook, Reddit, Instagram. All these drivers are assholes. They all sat on their phones all day and killed the surge. We told y'all we was coming. We told you 300. We on our way. Man, they really thought they were making more than 40 cents a mile. Maggie left us with that cheap supermarket. Maggie left us with that cheap supermarket cereal. Instead of Cheerios, they got Cherry Zeros. Instead of Cheerios, I got Cherry Zeros. Oh, Bluto Brutus. There you go. Hey, Memphis and Jose Bluto. I went to West Side Fraser. I used to live in Winchester. I lived in South Memphis. Man, I lived in when I was in Fraser, my last 3 years of high school was up in Fraser. So yeah, man, Memphis, I know them streets pretty well, man. I had cousins all in Hearst Village back when I was little. We used to go to Hearst Village all the time. They had the metal cabinets and everything in the apartments. You walk in with the linoleum floors with metal cabinets through the whole apartment. I was like, man, those were the serious projects back in the day. I don't even know if Hearst Village is still there or not. I ain't been out there in a minute. But yeah, I just got off. Wait a minute, what? $22 for 49 miles. Man, Jesus. You should have took that shit. That's a good ass ride. Well, that popcorn had caramel on it. He said, did that, bro. I'm from South Memphis. Hey, you messed up, man. You should have went ahead and just took that. He'd hit us up in about an hour and a half. Like, man, I just made $22 in the last hour and a half driving. Yep. Oh, Hurstville is gone? What? Man, that must probably been a minute. What Drew talk about? Drew, like, I'm still in Chicago. Uber groups on Facebook. Used to drive there. It's surging like crazy there. Lost in these chicken shits. They're all online. They're busted ass Hyundais with paper plates. Expired in 2022. He was like, motherfucker, you still riding around? Oh, Melvin clowning them kids. Melvin's like, they got some Kaboom cereal. Melvin clowning them lady kids. They got Kaboom cereal. Like, that shit ain't even real cereal. That shit, you pour the milk on that shit, just gets it turned into oatmeal. It's like, dude, this was cereal like 5 minutes ago. It's just oatmeal now. The Dixie's on gone, man.
You talking about that cereal that comes in a plastic bag, no name on it?
Exactly. It just says cereal across the front. Cereal. Like, what y'all getting cereal for breakfast? It says cereal for breakfast with like made in China at the bottom. He's like, man, forget that. So what they look at either hot dog shit today. Yeah. Jeff turn the app on and get tons of rides, but all pan tries, man. And that's what it is right now. Like, the app was declining like crazy, and it just like went off on me. Just turned off. There ain't no surge out there right now.
No.
Oh, now I just went online. Now I just popped up some surge, but it's far from me. It's all far from me.
Oh,
What if all the major areas have no surge, like Scottsdale, Tempe, Phoenix, no surge, Avondale, no surge. Man,
we ain't got no surge in Mesa.
Yep, Mesa, nothing. There's a little patch in Mesa for 575, but it's way up there. Ooh, 373. I might have to do this. $3.73. I might have to do this.
Oh, you got to take that one.
Yeah, man. I need $3 right now, anyways. Let me go hurry up and like get in my car and drive for $3. Man.
What about a whole hot dog with that?
Yeah, exactly. They be like, yeah, this hot dog is $3.79. You only have $3.73. I'm like, fuck. Scrape that relish off. We'll discount it. Like, all right, bet.
How much for one nugget?
Oh no, one nugget, like a dry ass hot dog and a nugget. That's it. It's like, man, we'll take the $3.73 for that. Give them that nugget.
One rib. Can I get one rib? Just one.
I know, one rib, exactly. It's like, man, the nugget just sitting on the tray over there. It's like, it's an old ass nugget. It's all cooked all hard. It's been sitting up under the heat lamp for like 2 hours.
How much do I get for one fry? Can I get one fry?
All right, brother.
So I can put cheese on the waffle.
Hey, and then Islander said this is too funny. They surging in Tucson right now on a Wednesday morning.
Wow.
Unheard of. Decline. Yeah, brother. They know we mad. They know we mad. They're like, please go out and drive, please.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we can't, man. You've been playing us for too long.
Hell yeah.
This was a delivery just hit my phone. 9:49, 36 minutes. It don't say how many miles though. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. 5:17. 41 minutes. $5.17, 41 minutes, 21.3 miles for crumble cookies.
Katie, can I give you?
Man,
Oh hell, Jeff, you can go to next year's Super Bowl with that.
Man, that's crazy shit. That's crazy shit.
Good, thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And I will
Well,
be back.
we had 3:15, man. I'm gonna jump off this live show. I gotta grab me something to eat, man. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. It's like noon already. Like,
It's noon.
All right.
Well, this was part one. This is the part one of the live stream. Yeah, this
Cheers,
is part one of the live stream. Cheers, cheers.
Happy
Yeah,
Driver Day. Dollars Day.
Yeah. Hey, what up, DeAndre? He's in the building. What up, man? So I'm about to jump off this live stream, but hey, I'm glad you guys, are sitting here chatting with me and everything. This is part one. I'm gonna go eat, shower up, change clothes. We're gonna start part two. Give me about an hour and a half, 2 hours. We're gonna come back online. Go through YouTube, check out all these other channels, see who's protesting, see what's going on, if anybody's got stuff. But I'm gonna jump back on in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. But Sabir said, I'm gonna take a nap.
I'm gonna get something to eat like you. I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Yeah.
You see, I'm ordering already. Let me get the seared salmon, please. Salmon me, please.
Exactly. I know it. At times they keep the chat open. I don't know how to do that because once I stop it, I don't know how to end. Like if it'll keep going like how it normally does. So if you drink Seamus, you don't need a break. You don't need a break. Breakfast for real. Sea moss. Oh, okay, sea moss. All right. Well, hey, I will see you guys in a while. Like I said, this is part one. I'm coming back with part two. And part two will be this is the good morning. We're gonna have the good afternoon, and then we're gonna take a break. We're gonna have good evening. It's gonna be 3 live streams a day. Never done 3 live streams in one day. So this is gonna be 10 hours worth of live streams in one day.
Hell yeah.
Maybe more. Let's see what we can do.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. Shit today. I love it. All right, y'all. Hey, y'all have a great afternoon. Enjoy y'all lunch and everything. Kev, you be easy out there, brother. Thank you, chat. We'll be coming back, man. Give me about an hour and a half to eat, shower up, get some stuff done with the dogs. I'll be back.
I'll see you in part two, brother.
All right, brother. Y'all be easy out there, my man. Thank y'all for the great chat this morning.
Everybody else, be careful.
Much love, brother. All right.
All right.